Welcome everybody to the weekly Gfinity Friday Showcase. Stacks alongside Jar of Jam. We'll have Achieves joining us a little bit later, and a whole host of others joining us for the party here. Players are already in this lobby. We've had kind of a waiting on Team Infused to get through their round of 16 match. They had to go all 5 games in their round of 16 match, and now here they are. They survived, and they get to take on the two-man team of 2B, 2by, and Al Dente. If you're not familiar who they are, or if you don't know who they are, yeah, neither do we. It's going to have a good time seeing them for the first time, and now we'll welcome in Jar of Jam, my co-caster here for this best of 5 quarterfinal. And Jar, I take it you are also pretty unfamiliar with this team, but we do know who Team Infused is.
No, yeah, absolutely. If the two-man teams are the dark horse for this one, Team Infused is one of the teams that are considered one of the top 10 teams in Europe, that's for sure. Till top 6, even if I'm not mistaken. But obviously, every single specialist do rank them up at some place or the others. It's number 7 to be precise. Let's see if they're worth their meat as the match is being started.
Yeah, we've got on this Team Infused team, of course, with Sebadom, Doomsy, and Bluey, 2/3 of the England World Cup team for the League of Rockets World Cup whenever that gets started. As an opening shot coming in from 2B, making the save, and Team Infused are under the gun early from two-man team. We'll see how that third man, Al Dente, seems to work out for them as this banks in. And Doomsy going to take this deep into his own zone, and really two-man team are taking the fight right to the heavy favorite in Team Infused.
Well, yeah, the Team Infused sort of feel like, yeah, we are the kings here. Unless they start looking at the other sides of the bracket where some even bigger sharks, I think, might be waiting for them. Still, it's nice to see the Spirit and two-man team as Toby, and El Denton. God, these names were fighting at the beginning stages of the match. Doomsy, a small chip to the net, and Bluey finishes it off. Team Infused do find a gaping hole in the defense of two-man team, as none of them were able to return in time, and 2B just misses the clear altogether.
Yeah, Team Infused channeling their inner John Cena in that sequence, just get pounded on for a lengthy duration, then suddenly, oh yeah, by the way, here's a goal out of nowhere. So, 1 minute gone by, Team Infused have the opening goal, and now Doomsy gonna bank one in for Bluey, trying to direct one over El Dente, but El Dente makes the stop, and now 2B having trouble trying to get over Sebadom. He cannot, and El Dente will try to clear that. Net is opening up a little bit. Team Infused putting on a lot of pressure now after they were kind of dominated for the first 30 or 40 seconds or so. It's Sebadom to center here, but El Dente clears it. And now played further on by the two-man team, looking for a chance. We've got a tie game early.
Wow. Yeah, what should have been really a pressure until the end of the match for Team Infused suddenly has turned into a quick counterattack by two-man team. And that is yet another goal where the opponents failed to clear the ball, and there it is, just an easy put inside the net. People, even at gold level, should be scoring like these easily, and we're at such high levels that this is just no missing on that one. Still, the game returns to the side of the two-man team, and let's see if the Team Infused have a suitable answer for that one.
Well, two-man team back on the attack. 2B getting the shot, or 2by getting the shot off. That's a great redirect, and it sets up El Dente.
Al Dente, the man of the minute, at least. A poor clear by Doomsy and Bluey. I think they even collided in the air. One shot took 2 players at the same time, so two-man team put yet another one in. Team Infused, now down by a goal. They seem to be, well, not as solid as you would have expected them to be. Although, with Team Infused, at any single point in time, they could just shoot, and immediately a result will follow. Let's see if Bluey or Doomsy can figure something out in the attack.
That's 2B trying to get downfield. Decent pass for himself. That's going to kick out towards 2by, but he's not there. He was off on the other side of the field. El Dente got there too late as well. So Infused kind of dodge a bullet here, and now Bluey trying to work the defenders. He's got by 2 of them, trying to take it himself, and El Dente makes the save. So the shot totals right now 7-4 in favor of the two-man team. And Team Infused, again, they have struggled through this particular bracket. They have gone to 5 games in their round of 16 match. Not a result anybody would have expected. They are struggling here in game 1 with the 2-man team, as Bluey makes a save there. Not an official shot, but it was right on target. And now Bluey taken away by 2-by. Doomsy misses here, but Sebadom will calmly clear it away, and now Team Infused can work out of their zone, except they don't. Bluey with a miss, and it's still trouble for Team Infused.
Now, there still is too much time to kill at this point, so it's nice to see 2-man team constantly on the attack, and if Team Infused are allowing them to do so, though just there for a second, 2-man team left their goal open to the mercy of 3 Team Infused players who are getting into the position. The attack is still continuing. Still, it's just a curse of a good team, of a team that is expected to win the tournament. If you win it, everyone says, yeah, they were expected to win. And if you lose, oh, then all hell breaks loose. Everyone says, well, what's that? What happened? Is there a slump in their performance? Are they not as good as they've been? Well, it's for Team Infused to prove that they're as good as they are, but 2-man team currently are putting a huge dent. Al dent in their plans, if you wish.
Yeah, more and more we're seeing as Rocket League picks up in popularity, and it is booming right now. The gap between the haves and the previous have-nots is getting smaller and smaller. We're seeing Team Infused. Maybe they're taking a team like 2-man team a little lightly, and 2-man team is teaching them a lesson right now. There's a big shot from Sebadom, set up by Bluey, and a great team play by Team Infused.
Well, this was that big shot I was talking about. The passing plays in between all 3 Team Infused players. A boomer from Sebadom right there off the post, and then this just was unexpected. Really, we've seen 2-man teams sitting in the Team Infused half quite comfortably. There were a couple of attempts by the Team Infused guys, but nothing really concrete, and now it's all of a sudden tied game back up again with not really much time remaining in this, but 30 seconds, plenty of time for both of these squads to make up something on the other end.
So Sebadom gonna play one around. It's a good pass, but El Dente is there to cut it off, and a miss from 2-by at midfield is gonna set up Team Infused to try and clear out of their own zone. But Bluey, boy, that was a little dangerous, throwing one right down in front of their own net. Sebadom with a big clear right between 2 attackers. And now we're down to 10 seconds here in game 1. Again, it's the best of 5 here in the quarters. And right now it looks like we're headed to overtime unless 2B's got something to say about it. He does not. Maybe 2-by does, as Bluey has to clear one away before getting smacked down to the ground. And we will have overtime in game 1.
Well, what a start to a stream. Immediately 2 really close skill teams, although Team Infused should be a favorite still by this point. Let's see if the 2-man team can shock the professionals and Team Infused side in this overtime. We see some really overcommitting by them. Again, 3 men went for that. That actually almost goes in. Bluey backtracks, doesn't clear it properly. 2B on the end of that one, and the other 2B on the flank. Whew, that got dangerous just for a second. 2-man team had a clear chance on scoring that one, and Team Infused looked really shaky on that save.
Well, this is banking in. 2-by's got the clear. Now a big shot downfield, and Sebadom jumps up to intercept. And almost a minute gone by here in overtime. 2-by trying to beat Doomsy to the punch. He can't. Now here goes Bluey. Gonna take it himself. We've seen this plenty from Bluey before, but he's cut off at the goal by 2B. And now 2B's going to set up in the net. That's usually danger when you're all the way back at the ramp, but he's able to make the save here. And now another lob downfield. Bluey going for the backboard. He's set up Sebadom, but there's nothing there with that play. Sebadom will try again. That goes off of El Dente. Right place, right time. But still, 2-man team can't clear the zone. Team Infused keeping this pressure up. You gotta worry about boost at a time like this. Finally, they get the clear. El Dente's got a full tank. He's gonna lob one in, and 2-by couldn't take out Doomsy.
Yeah, they are pushing the 2-man team currently, but even then for a second, there were a couple of chances for 2-man team to clear that out. We've seen even a setup from Team Infused there, another 1-2-3 play that couldn't come to fruition. 2-man team perhaps lacks that kind of precision in their team plays, but their skill still is really clearly seen. Bluey, of course, who else than Bluey with a great dribble and a flick to end up this match?
Yeah, game score of over 500 for Bluey, getting his second goal, the game winner here A big part of Team Infuse's win in game number 1. But boy, they had to earn that game. And now you look at a team like Two-Man Team. You come out of the gates firing on all cylinders after a long layoff, waiting for Team Infuse to get there. What will happen to them now that they've dropped this game in overtime? Does the wind kind of come out of their sails a little bit?
Well, it's basically I think what we've seen just now is how Team Infused, why they lost those previous matches, why they struggled so much in round of 16, going to 5 games into that one to a team, again, we both didn't really recognize. Team Infused has some problems. It's really hard to say what they are. Those goals, well, there's still a couple of problems on their defensive side. Sometimes there's just not enough communication, which is really a surprise for me. Perhaps they're playing a little bit more relaxed than they should have been. Perhaps they're thinking they just go get their own class. Well, if they can get a goal, no, not a goal. El Dente scores on himself in the end. He should have saved that one, but I think he didn't expect this to bounce out.
This whole thing was just a mess after that deflected off of Tubai. Right there, bar down, and Al Dente doing all he could trying to clear that away. Unsuccessful. And it's a gift for Team Infused. You don't have to play a perfect game to win a matchup like this. But boy, you've got to avoid mistakes like that. Two-man team behind the 8-ball early. And what a great touch there by Bluey, but he passes it right out to Tubai. And now Tubi. Looks like he's rocking the keyboard and mouse setup, trying to get downfield quickly. Doomsday cuts him off. We've seen that plenty, but that's going to skip by Sebadom. And back it goes to the Team Infused zone. There's Two-Man Team.
No.
Right up top, it's Tubai. He can't score, neither can El Dente. And a golden opportunity for Two-Man Team gone by the wayside as Team Infused hold their lead and set up on the offensive end yet again. And El Dente makes another save.
Well, yeah, Two-Man Team has their counterattacks. Unfortunately, Sebadom kills it right at the start as they were starting to start yet another one. Bluey off the backboard to his teammate Sebadom. And since Stuby was way too low to get that one, it's only a result that could have been there. 2-0 for Team Infused.
And it's starting to get real ugly for the Two-Man Team as Bluey has to get that away from Tubai. And it'll be Sebadom just lobbing one to the corner. Didn't really have a teammate set up, and now they'll just try to play the pressure game against Two-Man Team. And it's working so far. El Dente lands perfectly on the wall, but can't follow this play up. Tubi's got a set up in the net, but the shot never came. And a good clear from Tubi sets up Tubai, one-on-one with Bluey. And he tries to force it through. There's Al Dente to follow it up. And Two-Man Team needed that not a moment too soon.
Well, they needed a strong push, and the strong push they got. Al Dente forces that in with as much speed as he could, past both Bluey and Sebadom. So, yeah, that's one way to do it. Just physical plays right in their face. Really nothing special, no dribbles, no aerial plays, not even a passing play. Just make sure that you're staying with the ball and playing with it at the last possible second. So, a start from Two-Man Team. Although it's, well, let's be honest, Team Infused has looked so much more solid in this game. Nothing really changed from match one to the other. It's just that seemingly they have been making a lot of more chances still there, even on the shots, and even their scores are looking somewhat similar.
Remember, this game really should be 1-1 if not for the El Dente own goal. Tubi gonna center here, and Tubai couldn't get the shot on. It was blocked by Doomsday. And now El Dente with a challenge up high. Bluey's going to wait for this. And another big power clear downfield. And that's really all Team Infused needs to do. Two-man team, they're going to try to answer with one of their own. El Dente is going to climb the ladder. Oh, it's a double commit, though. Tubi went for that as well. That lack of communication is going to cost Two-man team. It may even cost them a goal in the long run. But it's a good block there by Tubi. Problem is, there's Doomsday. Empty net, but nobody can get there. He had Bluey up top as well, but he missed the redirect. Now they've got to scramble back, and Doomsday has bought them just enough time.
Well, a demolition comes in. There's Sebadom on the flank. They can't use the opportunity, the Two-Man Team, after that demolition, so the play comes back in their side. And time is slowly ticking down for them. They're trying to make something in the attack. Those attacks are looking dangerous, but not as dangerous as what Team Infused are pulling out. Such as this, Sebadom, perfect example. Not his third goal of the game, but certainly the third goal for his own team. Just a self-play off the backboard to himself. And Al Dente, unfortunate miss. Yep, Team Infused are back on the horse. Why they couldn't make that in the first game, that's a huge question. But they are certainly back into this one in the game number 2.
Yeah, they're threatening to go on match here against two-man team. Looking for a 2-0 lead. Blue is going to get one back to Sebedom. Good team possession for Team Infused, but it's Doomsy not able to get one on target there. And now here goes Al Dente, needing something for his team as Sebedom will throw one across. That's right at Tubai, actually. And now Tubi blocked by Doomsy. And right now, two-man team having a hard time getting anything in front of the net. Team Infused are just kind of dangling that ball out in front of them, and just as soon as they get there, Infused is there to do something like this, and Tubai can't catch up with it. Sebedom's got a hat trick.
Well, how on earth was that even a goal? Tubi has to clear that, but Sebedom staying with it again, just making sure that any single attack, any single redirection goes the way of two-man team or in the direction of their own net. So by this point, boy, two-man team needs at least 2 more men on the field to do so. They've left their goal empty on a couple of the occasions, but unfortunately in this game that doesn't give an extra player on the field. And they will start to make more and more risk, and I'm pretty sure that Team Infused will punish them even more. 4-1, a mountain to climb. There is a chance to do so, but for that I think Team Infused needs to completely fall apart.
Tubi's going to bank one in, not chase this himself. Tubai got a touch, but couldn't get the redirect on target he was looking for. Al Dente, that's a decent shot. It's up off the crossbar. They put a lot of work into the shot, but he wasn't rewarded. And now back on the other side, it's Infused looking for one more with 30 seconds left. Bluey will center. Didn't need to actually pass that. The net was open. That's because Tubai left the net and went after Doomsy. So decent proactive defending there from two-man team. But they need offense right now, and Bluey's going to just roll this in. What a play from Infused.
Bluey just walks into the net. By chance, he had the ball with him. What great precision from him to read that bounce. That's one of the craziest bounces in the game. You see how much skill he has, how much understanding of the game. That's Bluey yet again. Won't be the MVP of this match, but with that last one, and what all the saves he had made in this match, he has certainly made a show of himself. Team Infused put their opponents on match point. That next one might decide the tournament for the two-man team. And Team Infused, well, there's still a chance that something might happen, but after that first one, they fixed everything they had, and the two-man team are looking quite troublesome.
And now we could actually, while we have a moment before Game 3, we can actually look at the other teams in this tournament, including the team that gets the winner of this match, which, at least right now, looks like it'll be Team Infused. We've got Good Night, the team of Remco, Alot, and Devo. They're teaming up, so you got 2/3 of the reigning world champions, Envious, that are waiting for the winner here. And on the other half of the bracket, of course, Gale Force, they haven't dropped a single game on their way into the semifinals. They're waiting on paper anyways, looks like the team of Krazak, Chaussette, and Jazer.
Well, some huge names really after this in the tournament. So even if the Team Infused somehow gets knocked down by two-man team, he'll still see plenty of great players into this one. But Team Infused doesn't look like they will be coming out. Everything can change in 5 minutes. This is where Rocket League is about. Games that are just great to watch and exciting from start to finish. Let's see what Team Infused can bring in this 4th match of the series.
Just 5 more minutes. That could be all that two-man team has left to work with here. They need a lot to go differently from game number 2. This is a good start as they get down to the Team Infused zone, but they can't get a shot off just yet. Tubai looking to set one up for Al Dente. He can't. Here's Doomsy, one-on-one with Tubai. He's got a teammate coming on. It's Bluey, and it's 1-0.
It did look like the two-man team only had 2 players on their team, and it's just Doomsy to Bluey. They used this opportunity with one man staying in defense. And what a great pass, really. Usually the players even attempt to just push the ball through, make a flick. No, for Team Infused, here come the passing plays, and Doomsy will make it 2-1. Why not? Just off from the start, not even a 30 seconds passed, a quick goal for Team Infuse to solidify their lead in this match and in the series. And at this point, something might start and Team Infuse might even finish this match simply playing with their opponents. It's just with how easily they're scoring these goals, it just looks likely. Toby, can he make me eat my words? Not yet, but maybe soon.
And of course, you can tell Sebadon's having a little fun. He has changed his name. He's added hashtag controller, where Tubi has hashtag keyboard in his screen name. So a lot of confidence from this Team Infuse side as they went 5 games in their round of 16, but since then they have been dominant here in this quarterfinal. It's Sebadon beating out Tubi, so controller beats out keyboard on one exchange, but now it's Tubi. He'll center, he'll hook up with Tubi, and the keyboard prevails here to bring two-man team back within 1.
Don't you diss keyboard players. Some of the keyboard players are grand champions. This might be as well, and that passing play is a testament to that one. Two-man team. Yes, there's some friendly chatter about the whole keyboard controller debacle, but obviously both of these teams are certainly professionals and gentlemen, and just will take this in jest and laugh about it. Winning this series is not a laughing matter, obviously. These teams are playing for a grand prize of, if I'm not mistaken, £250. I believe that's the prize.
Yeah, that is the total prize pool in what we've kind of termed the Friday Gfinity Showcase. One of the few Gfinity tournaments that remain on PC and PS4. And of course, the big £250 prize pool brings out all the top players in Europe for the most part. We see Flipside Tactics usually in season. They usually take advantage of these big prize pools. Of course, during the RLCS 3 off-season, they didn't fare so well, but that's because the likes of K-Dop, Fairy Peak, and Mystic were winning every other tournament under the sun. Here's Tubai, cut off by Doomsy. That's going to drop down for Al Dente. And now another chance for Sebadon and Team Infuse. They got the demo. Sebadon was waiting in front, but Al Dente had another great clear. You know, Al Dente is not at the top of the leaderboard. I don't think he has been at the top of the scoreboard for two-man team in any of these games, but he's picking up a lot of key clears, and he's really been the defensive anchor for this team. It's what's kept them hanging around in these games as Tubai misses, and that's going to be cleared away by Sebadon. He'll look for a centering pass. Didn't put it where he wanted to. It may still be good enough as Bluey tries to hang up there. He can't, and there's Doomsy. He'll take one from Sebadon, and it's 3-1.
Here comes the doom of two-man team. Doomsy, waiting in his position, solidly puts it past Tubi, who actually, I swear he was closer to that ball when the initial pass was made. Still, Doom seems so much faster. Where does he get that speed? It's a big question still. Quick answer might follow for two-man team as that falls dangerously into their side. Al Dente, that solid man you've been talking about, can he lead that up? No, but that's a great start. Two-man team shows that they want to fight. They still have it in them, or just collide with Sebadon. Now, let's just get like physical games, Stacks. Physical games. Or mind games, rather.
Well, something's got to change for two-man team. They're down 2 goals. They're also down 2 games. This has popped up, and Al Dente will play one forward. They're trying the cherry-picking approach. Problem with that is Team Infused aren't overcommitting. They're not overextending. It's going to angle downward, but Bluey is there. It was kind of a double commit, but they've always got the net covered. Sebadon waiting patiently. He's just going to clear this away and gets one past Tubai as well. Here comes Al Dente, though. Team Infused got a little cute, and Tubai trying to make him pay, but Sebadon makes the save. And even better, another clear coming off from the side. Again, Team Infused, the mechanical skill is what's really carrying them here. It's not like they're completely overpowering two-man team with pressure. It's just the opportunities they're getting. They are making the most of them. This kicks out there. Tubi's shot. That's going to be high, and Sebadon saves that too. Only a minute remaining for the orange side here. Two-man team. They are in danger of going out in the quarterfinals, so I don't think anybody would blame them when you look at what they're up against on paper. Doomsy up top, and Al Dente will make the save.
Well, they still might try for it. It's just that the fact that Team Infused after that first game are looking so much solid. And nothing currently is working for the two-man team. They're trying to go for these demolitions play to remove the goalkeeper. But Team Infused are grown wiser to that sort of thing. They just jump out of the way. They expect these kinds of moves to be made. And without that, two-man team have their chances. Obviously, they have their goals. They have scored a goal in each one of these games. It's just that Team Infused has scored more. And in the end, this is what matters in this. Team Infused will be going into the quarterfinals, perhaps with the last goal of the game. Yep, why not? Just make it 4-1. The cherry at the cake, which was already so great. Team Infused are the winners here.
Yeah, Doomsday is going to take MVP in this game unless Bluey can manufacture 35 points. So that's really all that last shot was about. A little goal steal from Doomsday. It gives him a hat trick. More importantly, it gives them 9 shots as a team. Now Doomsday's going to add one more. Just adding insult to injury. If they can convert here, Sebadom is just going to stay back. He's seen enough. And so too have the two-man team. They are out. Team Infused are into the semifinals. And that sets up a semifinal with just a ton of star power, Jar. Because we're going to have Doomsday, Bluey, and Sebadom with 2 of England's World Cup members up against the Goodnight team of Remco, Alot, and Devo. And, of course, Devo would be the 3rd member of that English World Cup team. So, again, lots of star power, lots of big names here in this semifinal that's coming up. But it may not be the semifinal we're going to, as we also have Gale Force waiting in the top half.
Not just Gale Force, there's still a match to be played in the other quarterfinal to figure out the opponents of the Gale Force Esports, and it's either the Weedham Moyes, so that's Jazer, Chosette, Krazak, Pulse in some combination of these players, or potentially the I Dominate Creepex, Faber, and the fellow, most likely Italians, Alex and Masterix.
Yeah, we actually can confirm, I think the report just came in, a quick little refresh. Weedham Moyes did take that in 4 games, so that settles that. It will be Gale Force and Weedham Moyes, so we talk about star power in the bottom half of the bracket. Plenty of star power up top as well when you've got Violent Panda, Kadop, and Turbo Pulsa going up against Jazer, Chaussette, and Krazak. Krazak is kind of the odd man out, and not really through any fault of its own. It's just you're overshadowed by 5 gigantic names.
Yeah, well, we have a little RLCS show here, really, with the exception of Team Infused, who are most likely we'll see next year, or next season, really. The next season is so close. At the end of August, the qualifying matches will start, and there will be 2 leagues, the big RLCS league and then the juniors, the B League, whatever you might call it. So I won't be surprised if Team Infused will be either in top 8 or the top 16 at the bottom. So these are the guys you will most likely see in the next months playing for the top prizes. And just a quick word about the Team Infused. In the 3 matches that they've played in the the quarterfinal that we've seen, Bluey, Sabadam, and Doomsday right there at the end were the MVPs of this match, which only shows that their team is good all around. They don't have a weak spot. Every single one of their members can perform, and that is just the making of a great team.
Well, after having to play 2 matches right back to back, it looks like they're going to have a wait, but we'll have our semifinal match coming up in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. It'll be semifinals time. We'll be saying goodbye to Jar of Jam. We'll be welcoming in King-Kodiak and Achieves as well for... Yes, and as Achieves is reminding me, I'll be coming back for the grand finals, but that's way off in the distance. We got semifinals coming up after a short break here from the Gfinity EU 3v3 Cup presented by Rocket League Central.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to more Rocket League here on Rocket League Central for Gfinity. My name is King-Kodiak and I am stepping into the commentary box once again. I am joining the legend that is Jar of Jam. Hello to you, good sir.
Hello to you, good sir, as well. Back by popular demand. You thought I was gone? No, I wasn't. Stax decided to trick you all. The villain he is. Ha 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 ha. Pretty sure I saw him twirling his moustache as he exited the room.
Right, so coming up then in our first semi-final is Gareforce Esports versus We Demois. So really looking forward to this, and no sooner do I say it that we have got Chaussette. Oh, and there you go, Violet Panda has joined his side, as has Chaussette. Gazer and Krazak, along with and Turbo Pulsar, and we are waiting for K-Dop to get on board as well. March will start whether he's ready or not. Oh, there we go then. Wind him up. Let him go. Into the orange half then by K-Dop. So waits for it, K-Dop. Sends it over the top. Krazak. Oh, intercepted by Violet Panda. Comes out in front of the goal. Chaussette can't get it away. Turbo Pulsar has missed it. Violet Panda puts it back in the middle. Krazak clears it. Into the blue half. K-Dop's waiting for that one. Oh, intercepted by Krazak. Now gets dangerous, but Krazak clears it himself away from the blue goal. Heading back towards blue. K-Dop gets the clear on that one. Gazer intercepts it. Turbo Pulsar. Oh, good intercept there by Krazak. Violet Panda's gone after it. Down to the halfway line. Under the ball. Krazak. Gazer again, but Turbo Pulsar gets that one up in the air. Still in the blue half. Chaussette. That one down. Violet Panda gets that away. Krazak again. Turbo Pulsar's gone up for it. Gets that one down at the ceiling. K-Dot's picked it up. That's gone way too high. Krazak. That off the wall. The blue half. Turbo Pulsar thunders that towards the goal, but Chaussette gets the save. Chaussette. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass. K-Dot was the one that found it, but that is cleared away. Violet Panda picks it up. K-Dot again. It's a shot, but Krazak and Chaussette got the save on that one. Jazer bounces it off the wall, tries to get it away. Violet Panda sends it down, finds Krazak. K-Dot with a shot. Chaussette well reacted and gets demoed for his efforts. Turbo Pulsar now. Krazak finds it. And again, Chaussette is a popular person today. Going back to Jazer. Krazak. Turbo Pulsar now. Gets that one into the orange half. Violet Panda. Oh, Turbo Pulsar got out of the way of that one, intentionally or not. Jazer gets the clear. Chaussette. Turbo Pulsar tries to get it away. Oh, sets it up in front of his own goal. Violet Panda gets that one away. And pushes that one towards the wall. Bounces it off Turbo Pulsar. Jazer's missed it. Long shot there by Chaussette. Off the backboard. And K-Dop gets the clear into the orange half again. Jazer. Violet Panda. Krazak. That's still dangerous for orange, but Chaussette gets the clear on that one. Yeah, Krazak. Chaussette. Jazer's missed it. K-Dop gets that back into the orange half. Finds Violet Panda. Doesn't quite get it past Krazak, but that's dangerous now for We Demois. Chaussette then gets that one onto the wall. K-Dop. Back towards the orange goal. K-Dop. Who's he going to find? Turbo Pulsar, but he doesn't get the pace he needs. Violet Panda tries to get the follow-up there, but Chaussette got the clear on that one. Turbo Pulsar's missed it. K-Dop. To the middle. Krazak. That one to the corner. K-Dop's there. He gets it past him. Doesn't get it past Violet Panda. Comes down. Gazer. Finds Krazak. Who indeed finds K-Dop. Chaussette. Panda. Finds Jazer. Sure, I'm not getting that name right. K-Dop gets the intercept on that one. Sends that one forwards. Chaussette with the shot. That's a fairly easy save for Turbo Pulsar. Krazak gets it out of the air. And Violet Panda gets that one away. 1:20 coming up on the clock. Still 0-0 then. Jazer gets that back into the blue half. K-Dop Jazer gets that one into the middle. Kozak goes up for it, tries to get the intercept, slightly too high, gets the second touch, and that is 1-0 to Wiedemoy, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, well, since even though Stax has said that Kozak is the odd man out, he, surprisingly enough, opens the scoring in this match. 4 straight minutes of non-stop action from both of these teams. Even though at the beginning of the match, really, it was under the star of the Gale Force Esports as they completely pummeled the side of Wiedemoy by shots with one after the other. Still, it doesn't stop them in any single bit. Wiedemoy opened the scoring in this one after a great play by them. On response, almost comes in from Gale Force Esports, but they can convert last minute remaining, and the action will only heat up while Panda ties up the score.
1-1 then as Violet Panda finds, finally, with a lot of pressure then from Gale Force to get that equaliser. Oh, it's Wiedemoy. I beg your pardon, sir. Just been corrected on that one. Is Wiedemoy, and Jazer is the name I was struggling with. So here we go then. So after 4 minutes of no goals, we just had 2 within about 20 seconds, and that was nearly a third there by Turbo Pulsar. Oh, K-Dub with a shot. What a wonderful follow-up then from Turbo Pulsar's earlier shot. Lovely stuff.
K-Dub waiting for it and does get his prize, and with what power does he hit it under the crossbar? No, not Jazer, not just Seth even able to save that one, with both of them coming out that one. Chazat, as you know, is the ex-teammate of the Gale Force Esports and Violent Panda, and Gale Force Esports as a team has fallen off the radar just slightly after they've lost a couple of their members. Jazer with it, dangerous save, K-Dub on the follow-up crossbar. And they breathe a sigh of relief as Chasset and Kazak lead the ball out to the blue side.
Oh, Chasset couldn't quite get that one home for the equaliser. K-Dot then clears that into the orange half. Kazak, Violet Panda. Heads that one towards the orange. Tripping over my words again. K-Dot tries to get up past Chasset. That's not a great clear. Violet Panda sends it down. Does he find anybody? He finds Chasset. That gets under the blue half. Is that going to be the end of the first match of the semi-finals? K-Dop keeps it against the wall. Violet Panda demos. Kazak. K-Dop tries to get that one down. And that is the first round to Gale Force Esports.
Unfortunately, right there at the end, it looked more like they were about to score on their own net rather than keep it alive. Still, it was a tough task to bring the ball going completely the wrong way from your own half somehow to the backboard and back into the net of Gale Force Esports. So solid game from them, as you can see. If you have had a chance, they completely outshot the Wiedemoy boys.
Wiedemoy.
Moist. Yeah, yes, it's almost there. Yeah, what is it? 15 shots.
50 shots to 3.
That's crazy. Well, that's Gale Force Esports for you. Yet another team that you most likely will see during the next season of RLCS. They've played well, at least the members that were there last time for Gale Force Esports. Previously, Pocket Aces, and we see them in power yet again. So not surprised that they're here for the semifinals, and chances are they will even make it to the finals. But Jazer, he previously played for Leaf Esports. Krazak also played for Leaf Esports. And as just as I've mentioned before, he is a teammate, ex-teammate of Violent Panda. And I'm not exactly sure what chat in the game is currently being spammed with.
Going utterly nuts. I don't know if someone's gone the wrong side, but we are away. Into the blue half then. Turbo Pulsar sends it into the orange half. Finds Jazer. Violent Panda. Oh, just manages to knock that past Jazer again. Tries to get that one. Oh, sorry, it's Krazak. K-Dub gets that off the backboard. Krazak with a clear. Violent Panda. K-Dub goes up for it. Gets it back in the middle. Finds Turbo Pulsar. Lovely narrow angle shot, but Chasset read that one perfectly. Jazer gets that one away from Violet Panda now. K-Dub read that well. Krazak was waiting for it. K-Dub gets it in the middle, off the backboard. Oh, Chasset just managed to get that one around. Turbo Pulsar. Violet Panda keeping that live. Chasset, I'm not sure that was what he quite meant to do with it, but either way, he did find a teammate. Goal a little bit open. K-Dub sent it too high. Krazak, he's missed it. Violet Panda couldn't get the touch he needed. Oh, my goodness me, that was a lucky clear there by Jazer and K-Dub as it happens. K-Dub's put it back in the middle. Jazer bounces it off the backboard. Violet Panda with a shot. Just hits the bar. Just hits the post, rather. Krazak into the blue half. Finds K-Dub. Still live then. for the orange team, and Violet Panda gets that out of the air. K-Dot. Turbo Pulsar. Zach just watches it go by. Interesting. Jazer just gets a touch off the wall with it. Zach. Off the wall. Into the blue half then. Violet Panda sends it back. Jazer's missed it. That's gone up into the air. Chassette. Tripping over Jazer. Oh, Turbo Pulsar. Can Violet Panda finish it? No, too close to the wall. K-Dop keeps it live. All three. I beg your pardon, a double commit there in the middle. Turbo Pulsar then. I thought all three of the orange players were going to go for that for a second. K-Dop gets it around Jazer. Finds Turbo Pulsar. Can Chassette do anything with it? No. Violet Panda gets it over Chassette and makes that 1-0 to Gale Force.
Just a little bit too passive from Chassette as he watched that last one, but really before that, both of these teammates failed on the clears. This seemingly is a repeat of the first match, as Gale Force Esports are exerting a lot of pressure on the goal of Moi. We'll be mixing that up for the remaining of the evening.
I'm sure they've been called worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, if they want to for us to call them the right name, they shouldn't have called them Moi. I keep forgetting. Never mind, let's get back to the game as J-Force Esports still are in control of this one, still in control by the shots. The picture seemingly is the same, 6-1. The pressure is there. Chazad, Jazer, and Krazak can't get out of their half, even if their life depended on it. Maybe this flick will do. Nope, K-Dub just stops it right there.
Krazak tries to get that one under control. Violet Panda tries to get it away. K-Dub this time gets a clear. Chassette is in the middle. Turbo Pulsar with a shot, but Jazer managed to get back for that. Turbo Pulsar gets it up. Sets up for Violet Panda, but not quite. Chassette. Oh, nice little flick there, but well saved by Jazer. He's left it alone for K-Dub for some reason. Oh, well saved at the last by Chassette there. Turbo Pulsar thunders that back into the middle. Jazer just manages to get it past K-Dub. Violet Panda pinches that against the wall. Jazer gets it off the wall this time. Krazak tries to get some momentum on it, but kills it. K-Dop. Violet Panda keeps that on the halfway line. Chassette. Got that one coming down. K-Dop manages to read that one well. Krazak puts it straight back. In the middle. Oh, Violet Panda with a very late save there. Jazer trying to keep it live. K-Dop gets it cleared. Chassette. Back over K-Dop. Dribbles it. Past Turbo Pulsar up onto the wall. Go in the middle. And Krazak and Violet Panda put that in the corner. Jazer with a shot. K-Dop with an easy save. And that's going to go to Chassette, who bounces it off a Turbo Pulsar. Oh, that was a miss by Jazer. That comes out for it. Doesn't get it past K-Dop. Chassette manages to get it into the blue half. Turbo Pulsar finds K-Dop. Can they do anything with it? Violet Panda not from that angle. Oh no, Chassette and Jazer meet each other in the air. Oh, K-Dop with a shot, too close, and bounces off the post. Turbo Pulsar with a shot, but Jazer with a save. Not a great clear. K-Dop's gone in for it, but it's giving it too much angle. Tried to control it in the air, still dangerous. Chassette manages to clear it, and Jazer gets that one to the wall.
Just look at Gale Force Esports anticipating those clears, anticipating where the ball would come, not just trying to get in their face, but where the ball would be if the good clear comes in, so they know how it looks like. And we them just had no chance, especially after goals like this from Violent Panda, leaving no chances for Krazak right there in the net.
It really was testing the defensive rotation quite a lot. All three of the orange players were on that one side of the goal, and that just left an easy shot then to make it 2-0 to go for. So away we go again. Less than 30 seconds to go in this second match. Krazak puts it to the orange blue half. Violet Panda tries to get it past the Chassette. Goes to the wall. Turbo Pulsar with a shot. And Jazer with a save. Chassette tries to go for it. K-Dop's got it first. Chassette puts it more towards the middle. 10 seconds remaining. This looks fairly tied up then. Jazer gets it into the blue half. Violet Panda returns it. And that is the second round. And no, Wiedemoy can't get a consolation goal. That is 2-0 in the second round to Gale Force Esports.
Wiedemoy fought well, but it's just the difference in class. I'm really actually surprised that in the semi-finals we might have such a one-sided series. Yep, the Team Infused have won their series 3-0 as well. It's just that somehow, somewhere, Violent Panda, K-Dub, and Turbo Pulse are just leagues ahead what we Des Moines are currently putting out. Chazette, he knows the ways of Violent Panda, but unfortunately his own work, just solo efforts, are not enough. He needs his teammates, and so far, unfortunately, they are not performing. One last chance.
Into the third matchup then. Guys straight into their sides. Let's get this underway. Wind them up. Let them go. The orange half. Just set. Violent Panda. Oh, tried to get that one under control, but not quite there. Krazak. Shot by Chassette, but slightly too wide. K-Dot. The orange half, Chassette. Coming down, Turbo Pulsar. Oh, what a lovely assisted play there to set up Violent Panda for the first goal within 30 seconds.
Yet another problem right there. Chazette and Krazak in the way of each other. In the end, neither them nor their teammate Jazer is in time for that shot. And you leave the goal open for Gameforce Esports. Of course they will score. Just like they provide right there. Chazette, though, reads that bounce off the kickoff well and puts a shot on the net of Jailforce Esports. Doesn't count as a shot, but first in this match, from what seems to be the continuation of what we've seen. Game number 1, game number 2, Jazer with the redirect. Almost didn't even need it. Crossbar denies his teammate Chazette.
Chassette tries to get that out of the way of two of the Gale Force players. K-Dot intercepts that one. Chassette now comes out for it and gets demoed for his efforts. Turbo Pulsar can't quite find the net. Can't get the redirect on it. K-Dot tries the shot, but finds Krazak. Gazer. Ooh, and that was Krazak that just got that pass. K-Dot, but doesn't get it past. Oh, blimey. The Gale Force crew really getting quite physical this time round. Turbo Pulsar. Oh, well defended there by Chassette. Cleared by Krazak. K-Dot gets it to the corner. Chassette went to try and intercept that one. It's gone past him. Krazak. Turbo Pulsar returns it to the orange half. Gazer. Easy save for K-Dot. Violent Panda with a shot. Oh, good read by Chassette there. Oh, Krazak's missed it. Turbo Pulsar gets that one home for 2-0 to Gale Force Esports.
Oh, that's just an unfortunate pinch in the corner. No one expecting this. Everyone going for the attack. Although Chassette, I'm not even sure what he went for the wall right there. He was expecting perhaps to start an attack, a bounce to come his way. Instead, it feels like he just left his goal for nothing. And Gale Force Esports put a second into the net, repeating the score of the previous game, scoring as much as in game number 1, and certainly putting themselves in a comfortable position to win the game number 3.
Gazer. Oh, open net. A rare mistake then for Gale Force Esports, and Chassette finished that one off.
It's seemingly J-Force Esports started to feel themselves too comfortable. They forgot that we Des Moines aren't pushovers. There are some great players on that side, and if you give them an inch, they will take the whole thing.
Into the orange half then, Chassette. Up for it. Oh, Jason nearly gets that one out of the air. All three orange players up. Chassette's gone back. Ooh, that's a little bit late. K-Dop. Oh, Chassette just managed to get the save on that one from K-Dop's effort. Krazak gets that one into the blue half. K-Dop returns it. Turbo Pulsar's gone for it. Didn't need it. K-Dop one-mans that one for 3-1.
If you leave Gale Force Esports in front of your net, there's a 3-man squad already in their own positions. Obviously, they were scoring you. Chassette just watched as Jazer struggled with any clears. Gale Force Esports put themselves back into the lead by 2. And now we'll sure they will continue their pressure on the goal with Des Moines. Unless Jazer immediately corrects me, as they did in previous time as well. Violent Panda rushes. And look at it again, 3 versus 1 for Gale Force Esports. Not only in the score, but also in how they attack. They constantly find Des Moines on the back foot. And all 3 members of Gale Force Esports are in front of the orange nets and threatening with every single attack.
We saw all 3 members of Des Moines right by the ball just a moment ago, so they're really feeling the pressure at the moment. The offensive rotation is not working well for them at the moment, but saying that, oh, Krazak was trying to redirect that one in the air. Didn't quite happen. Chassette gets off the backboard. K-Dop, no one there. No one able to rotate back for the defensive move, and that's 4-1 this time for Turbo Pulsar.
Really? Well, Turbo did get a touch. This actually did redirect that straight into the net, but it looked really as weak as if it just rolled from the other side of the field in. If we Mois are letting those kinds of goals in, this is all but done for them. K-Dub actually on the follow-up from a kickoff with a chance for an easy goal. This actually could go in. Chazette and Jazer do clear that out. This is a chance for them for a counterattack, unless Kodiak misses. Then everything breaks down, and J4 Esports immediately on the defense in their defensive formation and not letting anything through.
Great shot there by Chassette off the wall, but was denied. Kodiak tries to keep that live for Wiedemois. Jazer gets that one to the corner. Turbo Pulsar. The orange half. Kodiak. The one back into the blue half. K-Dop. Violet Panda goes up for it. That's a setup, but Chassette finds it first. Still dangerous. And gets bounced off of Chassette. All of the Gale Force crew up. And now thunders into the blue half. Turbo Pulsar. Blast that away. Jazer just manages to get to that. Kodiak. And air dribbles that one. Violet Panda manages to deflect it away. Less than a minute to go. That Jazer again. Violet Panda. Turbo Pulsar sends it to his own net. Thankfully finds K-Dop. Maybe he was trying to give Wiedemois a sympathy goal there. K-Demoy. And now mixing up Wiedemois and K-Dop. Try that one again. Jazer finds Chassette. Finds Jazer. Oh, and saved by K-Dop. Great effort there in the last by Wiedemois. Kodiak. Up into the air. Violet Panda sends that one to the corner. 7 seconds remaining. This is pretty summed up then. Turbo Pulsar off the wall. And Violet Panda just spinning away in the air. Turbo Pulsar said, fine, I'll finish this one off for 5-1.
Well, Violet Panda is the kind of guy who just tries to upstage someone. Obviously, Turbo Pulsar gets the goal, but we're talking more about Violet Panda than we're talking about Turbo Pulsar. In the end, it doesn't matter, it's a team game, and J4 Esports, unlike Team Infused, who really looked shaky at the beginning of those series, and really questioned whether they will be able to get through, I think with this one, there are no questions. J4 Esports are a dominating force in this tournament. Wiedemois were helpless to deal with their shots, with their passing plays. It's just there were always more J4 Esports players in the orange hat than they were Wiedemois players. So this is unfortunately yet another short series, but we will be seeing the second semifinal of the tournament, plus of course the finals. The second semifinal is where the Good Night are playing against Team Infused, and Good Night will be most likely spotting Remco a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe Scrub Killer, Greasemeister, Turbo Pulsar, Devo in some comment. Not Turbo Pulsar though. I will be quite surprised if he plays for Good Night as well, having played against for J4 Esports. Yeah, Remco a lot and Devo will be the team for Good Night, so all the names you are certainly familiar with, and that should make a great semifinal to watch.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finally out from behind the curtain running the cameras. I guess I'm still doing that, but now I'm into the casting booth. I'm back with a bear right beside me. It's King-Kodiak. He just got finished casting with Jar of Jam. Huge thanks for him coming out. But before we get talking about this next semifinal matchup, Good Night versus Team Infused, give a quick little shout out to Gfinity. They do all these Rocket League tournaments for us. They have EU and NA. They're currently on a little bit of an off season, so a bit of backscaling. In terms of the total amount of tournaments they're running. The Challenger Series will come back soon. They're getting set to do their Gfinity Challenger Series Rocket League LAN, but they do a bunch of other stuff besides Rocket League. Forza, Street Fighter 5, CSGO, Call of Duty, FIFA 17, all those. If you like those, go ahead and play them. They're free to enter. You can win some money, and you'll have people like a bear and myself yell at you, pink headphones included. But, Kodiak, what did you think of that previous semi-final, and what do you think about this one coming up?
I cannot wait having a look at the roster for well, both sides. I mean, Team Infused speaks for themselves. Good Night is, looking at the roster, this should be fun. Yeah, the defensive rotations just did not work for We Des Moines. Saw a lot of double and sometimes triple commits. They just, every rotation that they just seemed to go through just backfired on them every single time. So, yeah, here though, yes, I might be a little bit excited.
Yeah, it definitely should be a good one. I have to say, Doomsy, Sebadam, and Bluey look a little bit scrappy. Haven't got to see them play for a long time. Been so focused on RLCS the past couple of weeks, but now it's the off season. Probably see a lot more of them here in Gfinity. But Remco and Devo, both coming fresh off a World Championship. They looked absolutely phenomenal. Devo going off as well in that one. A lot strong player. Didn't get to see him at LAN, but I mean, the guy's a monster. I have to say, this is... I'm tempted to say 4 games. It depends how Team Infused show up, though. We could very easily see 5, but it could very well as be a 3-0. I mean, you can get the full spectrum of expected results out of this one, depending on how Team Infused plays.
You're going to make me come off the fence now, aren't you?
I am. Who are you going to pick? I'm going to pick Good Night regardless. Series score pending, but I think Good Night wins regardless.
No, I'm going the other way. I'm going Infused this time. Bluey, we've just seen just put himself absolutely everywhere. But hey, this, however, is going to go at least 4.
At least 4.
At least 4. I mean, that's a really non-committal answer. I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say 3-1 to Infused. That's where I'm going to go. So we'll see. Wind them up. Let him go. Into the blue half. Remco returns it a lot. Puts that one up in the air. And Devo sends that one a little bit too wide. Bluey. Oh, Bluey and Doomsy both committed on that. Off the wall. Sebadam. Oh, tries to fake out Devo. Good luck with that. Off the wall. Bluey. It's into the middle. Remco gets the clear. Doomsy. Oh, Bluey's missed it. Uncharacteristic of him. Remco. Sebadam. Bluey. Oh, from there? My God, that would have been incredible. Doomsy. All 3 of the blue players are there. Sebadam. Didn't quite punish him for it. Devo knocks it past one. Doomsy, however, returns that to the blue half.
Yeah, a lot of early pressure being set up here by Team Infused, but still, a lot of respect being given as well. They're very aware of how good Good Night is. They had a huge opportunity to put potentially a goal in when they had all 3 locked in that left corner, but he just didn't want to give anything up just on the off chance they pull something crazy out.
Ooh, a lot to get that one off of Sebadam. Devo, slightly too much pace. Doomsy gets it away. Remco puts it in the middle. Doomsy gets that one back in the blue half. A lot finds it. Sebadam. The wall. Oh, that's a rare mistake. And Sebadam finishes that one off with an open net. 1-0 then to Infused.
Yeah, Remco probably... I really am curious how much boost he had. I'm going to look right now. He had full boost.
Wow.
I bet, or at least plenty enough to make that save, you should say. Either way, Remco.
Even the greats make mistakes, as I believe
Yes.
I said last time. So,
Yes.
I mean, that is such a rare mistake. Doomsy with a shot straight off the bat. But Remco having none of that. Bluey was in the middle. Remco. Sebadam. Oh, that was a clutch save by a lot. Doomsy with a shot. Remco with a save again. So, left that one alone. Sebadam finds Remco. Oh, Bluey puts it across, finds Sebadam. That was Devo on Doomsy then with the demo. That's not a good clear, but and Devo gets someone away. Doomsy. Remco.
Ooh, bad clear.
Doomsy again, but a lot with the save.
Yeah, they definitely got away with one there. A little bit absent-mindedly passing that one out towards the center, unaware of the lurking Doomsy in the box, but still, all game one. It's been incredible pressure by Team Infused. Your prediction lends well, but I think as the series goes on, we'll see Remco, Devo, and a lot pick things back up.
Yeah, I think we've got a long way to go in this series yet before that one's decided. A lot puts that one back into the orange half. Doomsy clears it. Remco. Alive. A lot gets out of the way. And Doomsy finds Remco. Bluey gets it to the wall. Bluey finds Remco. Oh, Doomsy tried to get that intercepted. Remco duped him out a little bit. Devo with a long clear. Bluey. Easy save for him. Devo, though. A lot. Can't get the turn. Bluey. Remco. Ooh, dangerous. A lot.
1,
Too
2,
much
3,
angle.
4.
Oh, what a save. Bluey demos Devo for it. Double commit there by Doomsy and Bluey. Oh, again, returning the pressure straight back to Goodnight. Shot! Open net! Wow, my goodness me, the defensive rotation failing just for that second, and Remco thunders that one into the goal.
Yeah, Sebadam thinking that ball probably wouldn't bounce quite as hard off the side wall. Both of the other Infused teammates, Bluey and Doomsy, they're out forward thinking that he's maybe going to pinch that one or get a lot more power behind it. Sebadam just wanted to keep it close, and unfortunately it just got away from him.
A lot then intercepts that one. Doomsy, a lot again intercepts it. Kills it on the halfway line. Remco gets that one up in the air. Sebadam thunders it away from the goal. Oh, what a redirect by Bluey. But he finds a lot, unfortunately. Doomsy puts it in the middle. Remco clears it away. Doomsy and a lot chase it. The bump. Sebadam kills it, but it's still live. Oh, what a brilliant play between Devo and Remco. And that's another score then for Goodnight.
Yeah, the pressure ramping up. Devo actually just stealing the opposing enemy team's boost in the corner there right as it spawned, and everybody just tied up in front of the net facing the wrong direction. Defense gets infinitely more difficult when you're facing the wrong way in the net and just can't challenge properly, and it was that much easier for Devo to score. Oh, but who cares? My goodness.
Instant answer from the kickoff to the wall. Sebadam finds Bluey. Bluey, perfect timing past Devo.
And boy, did he rifle that one. 141 kph and perfectly placed too, right inside the post. That's one you think as you're traveling back to net that one might be wide, and I mean, expert accuracy right in the net.
And that's always what we seem to find by Bluey. He just seems to catch everyone off guard. You think, no, that's not going to happen, and suddenly Bluey causes something to happen you think is impossible. And he always seems to be everywhere as well.
Bluey is certainly a phenomenal player in his own right. Definitely looking forward to him in the upcoming RLCS Season 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Remco sends out one of the orange half. Oh, double commit there from Infused, though. Sebadam gets the way. Devo. Oh, that's a miss by Doomsy. And punished by Remco. 3-2. Crikey, with sub 30 seconds to go.
Great high touch there from Devo. Got it around one. Doomsy definitely the only man capable of making a challenge. Remco using every last spurt of boost to find the net. Not a lot of power behind it, but still, the placement good enough to squeak it through that last man. They take the lead with 28.
He jumped a long time before that, so he had every faith that where that ball was going was where it went. He positioned himself accordingly. Oh, a lot finds the hole in the defense and makes it 4-2.
Yeah, so after the first 2.5 minutes, Team Infused have really started struggling to clear the ball effectively. The pressure just ramping up out of the midfield from Goodnight. They're definitely starting to really secure all their touches. They're getting it out into space to give them the opportunity to push forward and keep pressure up. And overall, the ball control has just been better.
Bluey. Ooh, a lot. Manages to get that one. Finds Devo. Finds Remco. Sebadam manages to stop that one. Bluey in the air with it. Oh, Sebadam! Oh, a lot put pay to that. That is the first round. Do Goodnight. Another goal to round it off. Oh! That was 99% there. So round 1 to good night.
Okay, and they battled back. I mean, early on, Team Infused, excellent job of creating early game pressure. Unfortunately, tough to keep that going for long enough, and they just couldn't quite hang with all the midfield pressure. You see right there, all the shots. Pretty much dead on even. Good Night actually having one fewer, but efficiency king at the end of the day, and Doomsy really not able to contribute too much in terms of score. That's a big correlation you see in statistics compared to the RLCS. Teams that generate a lot of score tend to win more games, and Remco, Devo, and a lot, plenty more score.
Well.
Remco taking his time. He's like, I don't know.
Words have failed me there. I was trying to think of something to add to that, but my limited wisdom is far outdone by your good self, sir. So, right, let's crack on with round number 2 of this second semi-final.
What do you think, Bear? Is your faith shaken a little bit? You want to switch teams yet?
No, I've got on this train. I am riding this to the end.
He's 5 minutes in. He's like, no, they can do it.
Wind him up. Let him go. Into the orange half then. Doomsy. Turns that one. Oh, tried to find Bluey, but Devo put pay to that. Put it too high. Doomsy's missed it off the wall. That's off the post, and Bluey just gets that one away from a lot. Zebadan. Oh, Bluey tried to read it off the wall. Was slightly too high with it. Devo. And that's in a bit of no man's land there. Zebadan. Bluey trying to get it past Remco, but Remco couldn't defeat all 3 of them. Devo's killed it. Doomsy can find Bluey. There's too much angle on that. And no one in that 3rd position to try and do anything with it. Remco was in the middle. Shot by Doomsy. Oh, a lot had to get to that one to save the first goal.
Yeah,
we're
kind of starting to see the same thing that we saw out of game number 1. A lot of early game pressure by Team Infused. This time held off a little bit better by Good Night, and it's just a matter of time if Infused can actually start getting these through the defense that is Good Night.
Absolutely, and Infused trying to get the early momentum, although the momentum did turn around in the last game, but it's cleared away by Zebadan. Devo on his roof.
I give up. I can't do it.
Oh, Doomsy in the middle. Oh, slightly too wide by Bluey. And, again, struggling to get back on that defensive rotation, but managing just to get that back into the blue half. Oh, Bluey getting that one in the air. Doomsy, too much pace on that one.
It's a huge opportunity for Team Infused there. Remco made a split-second decision to challenge that ball or give up on it. He gave up on it and unknowingly put both Devo and Alot in very difficult positions. They weren't quite ready to have to make a defensive play. Huge break for them to get out unscathed to that one.
Zebadan puts it back in the middle. Remco. Doomsy with the save there. Devo. Doomsy. Double D's in the corner, but Infused gets that one away. Bluey rather gets that one away. Oh, tries to get it past Remco, but having none of that. Doomsy tries to dribble, gets it past Devo, but cannot finish it off. A lot gets that away. Zebadan keeps it live for Infused. Puts it in the middle, but Devo again gets the clear. Shot! Saved by Remco. A lot, and Remco then get that one into the orange half. Zebadan's chasing it. Finds Doomsy. Back into the blue half. A lot. In the air. He's defeated Doomsy. Devo has got it past Zebadan. Remco. Bluey! Oh, he just got it round. And that is 1-0 then to Good Night.
Yeah, really tough save. Smart play, though, from Remco, keeping this ball close. He didn't rush his shot, actually baited Bluey out towards the side a little bit more. Bluey may be thinking, do I have time to grab this corner boost? And that split-second hesitation just enough to cause him to fade out. And that little bit of distance cost him.
Bluey. Oh, gets it past Devo. Puts it in the middle, but no one there for Infused to finish that one off. A lot gets the clear. Damn. Gets it past a lot. Can't get it past Remco, though. Doomsy. Zebadan and Bluey demos Remco. Nowhere near the ball, though. Mid-air dribble from Devo.
What?
Lovely play. Oh, well played by Zebadan. Bluey. Some momentum on it. Tries to get it past. Looking good to go past Remco, but Devo put pay to that. Remco. Leads it away from the blue. A lot. Devo puts it up in the air. Oh, nearly a double commit there from Infused. Lot sent it down, but Bluey got that saved. And Sebadam gets that one into the blue half now. Oh, that's not a good clear.
Oh, you're kidding. Wow.
Goal line save from Devo.
Man, I wish I had hit autocam a split second sooner. I thought for sure that was going to roll off the post and go right in. Thankfully, though, I mean, physics does him a favor, I guess. What can you say about it?
A lot gets that off the wall then. Devo puts it to the wall. The orange half again. Bluey returns it. Tries to do something with the open net, but Remco's got that one covered. A lot. Doomsy finds Remco. Devo! No, that last touch just failed him. Bluey gets it into the air. Remco returns that one. 30 seconds remaining.
Gave
Just
it
a
right
1-0 lead. Ooh, a lot. Bluey! Can't get that one away. So much pressure on Infused at the moment. Sebadam. Devo. Oh, he just lost it at the last there. Although nearly put into Infused's own goal there.
Oh, chance?
Remco! Yeah. Sebadam
Goodbye.
too deep in the goal, and that is 2-0 then. Two good nights at the fall of the round.
Yeah, a lot slamming Sebadam off that back wall, forcing him to the far side of the net. Oof, he had the distance, but as you said, just a little bit too far back in the net. A quick shot from Remco as well. If that would have been a few kph slower, might have actually made it to that ball, but just enough behind it.
And that is round number 2 to good nights.
And that actually could have very easily been a Team Infused win. Like early on in that game, they all got locked up in the corner. Again, some really solid pressure. A few questionable challenges out of the midfield given or taken from Remco. Put them in very difficult spots. The goalpost doing them a favor, keeping one out. This very easily could have went to overtime. And Team Infused very well could have taken their first match here, but what can you do? Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and Infused going to have to battle for the reverse sweep now. Good night, standing strong in the series.
Yeah, I'm looking at my prediction going, I really should have read the team name. I mean, I knew who was playing. I'd read the roster, but you sometimes you know what I mean.
You've got a
Chief,
good
you
feeling sometimes.
You get a gut feeling, and you know I'm on this train. I am riding it to whatever station it takes me to.
I know what you mean. I mean, there have certainly been a few times. It's very tough to bet against Team Infused sometimes, but Remco and Devo, they look brilliant at the World Championship. Some great defense. Turbo Pulsa not with him. He's now with Gale Force Esports. But who cares about that? A lot certainly stepped in, filled the shoes quite nicely here, especially for the Gfinity. Once again, if you guys are just joining us, I am Achieves. Joined alongside me is King-Kodiak, a.k.a. the Bear. Off to my... What is it on stream? It's my left side on stream. Yeah. Cameras are hard, but who cares? Game 3.
Wind them up and let them go. For round number 3. Bluey. I thought he missed that for a second, but he did get the touch. A lot. Thunders that one into the orange half. Sebadam gets that away. Demo. Bluey on Devo. Bluey. A lot's missed it. Devo. Sebadam tries to give that away from their goal. Early pressure then from Goodnight. Doomsy tries to answer it, but Devo keeps it in the orange half. Sebadam. Oh, Devo again. Bluey can't get it past a lot. Doomsy. Sebadam too high.
Ooh, big miss.
Oh, and that miss was what set Bluey up for goal number 1 to Infused.
Yeah, tough spot for Remco to be in. Very far into the midfield. Pixels away from getting that clear, but Octane just not quite enough length. And that, once again, is my plug for the long car hype as it bounces off the back wall and finds its way into the back of the net.
What is your car of choice?
I use the Dominus.
I use the Dominus as well.
See, we both understand.
That's
Remco, go. You played Breakout at the RLCS. Go back. You would have made it.
Sebadam then. Oh, it's one manning that. Who's he going to set up? It's Doomsy, but Devo got that one away. I nearly said Doomvo then. Mixing up team player names again. Remco Sebadam. Now the momentum going the other way. Devo. Amazing how one goal can just completely shake the confidence of, I mean, not confidence is probably the wrong word, just the momentum, just that feel of how the game flow is going away. Just one goal can completely change that. Another 3.5 minutes to go. I grant you. Whoa, what a save by Sebadam.
Yeah, and it's a big stop by Sebadam as well, because you were just saying that. Oh my gosh, he keeps that one out. Two saves, doesn't need to make 3, gets cleared across. But yeah, that one goal definitely can change the feel of a game. And these 2 big stops right there from Sebadam keep the momentum in their favor. The longer you keep the lead, the more likely you win. Obviously, not to put too fine of a John Madden sticker on that line, but for sure. I mean, it's big to keep your lead for at least an extended period of time. You're kidding. What?
Finished off by Devo. Oh no, Doomsy got the touch off the wall. Lovely pass by Bluey. Doomsy with the touch. Actually comes off the bar, and it was actually finished off by Devo. Oh no.
Yeah, the thing is, I wish we had 3 instant replays. I want to go back again and see what Devo saw. I should have went to his camera on defense, but he missed the ceiling shot right there. But this is the same position they were in game number 1. They were down 2-0, and they brought it all the way back to win 5-2.
It's true. It's true, but when you've had the momentum going your way, I mean, it's easier to pick up that momentum if you didn't have it to start with. Obviously, in the first game, there was no, the momentum's there to be found as Sebadam tries to get it down, but a lot clears it away. But they've lost the momentum, it seems. Goodnight just seemed to have lost that little bit of composure. Mind you saying that, big miss there. Sebadam then gets the clear. Does look like Goodnight, although with a great shot there, but good save by Sebadam. They just need to get that rhythm back, that composure. That's what's currently missing. Although Devo again finds Doomsy.
What?
Saying that, hello. A lot's just off the wall. Good grief.
Disgusting. Oh, perfect timing. That is pixel perfect. As soon as that ball bounced off the wall, clipped it with a corner right into the net. You can clip that one, Mr. Rocket Dailies, man. Get on that.
That's you cannot explain that. That angle just looked impossible. But that goal could be what switches it back towards Goodnight's favour. We will see. 1:54 to go. Doomsy. Remco tried to get that away, which he does, into the corner. Clears it past Sebadam. Bluey, whether he bailed or he looked like he had a lot of boost there. And Devo, open net, but can't quite get that one home. Bluey carries that one to the wall. Oh, past 2 of them. Devo up onto the wall. Bluey tries to mid-air intercept it. Sebadam finds Remco. Doomsy is defeated by Remco. Bluey clears that away. Oh, a lot trying to get the shot on it. And Remco Bluey demo Bluey.
Word salad. You're all over it, man. I don't blame you though. Word salad's tasty.
Bemo's Dewey was where I was actually going with that sentence. But, yeah, let's try that again. Into the middle. Oh, that's something you can guarantee from me. Oh, what a shot. Is amusing, as you say, word salads. I like that phrase. I have to remember that one.
Word salad's a good one. Oh my gosh, Devo twice now. Tough spot. 45 seconds though, and the pressure's starting to mount for Team Infused. They very well might get your Game 4 wish.
Oh, Sebadam. Remco. Intercepted by Bluey. Remco again, just thundered back into the corner. Now can Bluey finish it? Oh, Remco's paid to it. It's gone into the middle. Doomsy can't redirect it. Bluey's gone up for it. Devo finds it. Sebadam. Oh, a lot bailed.
No boost.
Oh, Bluey tried to finish it, but slightly too wide. 10 seconds to go. Last chance, heroes. Sebadam.
Oh, what a challenge.
I'm going to bust a lot, though. Doomsy. Blue half. Go.
Oh, okay.
Try and carry it.
No.
Oh, that is 2-1. Now with a match 2 infused.
So perhaps heading into a Game 4 not quite in the way you wish, but what can you do? But that whole last second series, that from like 10 seconds onward. The pressure from Team Infused starting at like the 30-second mark, really, really good. Prevented a lot of solid clearing opportunities for Good Night just because they didn't quite have the boost behind them to effectively clear the ball and follow it downfield. You saw that pass out into the midfield from a lot. Remco went for the demo in the net, thinking that Devo was going to be close behind to try and take the shot. Unfortunately, he's all the way back on his own side grabbing boost. So really great pressure, really good boost control throughout. The final 30 or so seconds, Nets Team Infused a good win here in game number 3, and that's one step in the right direction. You've got 2 more to go.
We'll see if they're able to keep that momentum then, but now that they've got that under their belts, they might just shake Goodnight's confidence just a little bit. I mean, all of these guys are experienced hands. They all know what is necessary to turn this around. Team Infused know how to keep the momentum going, but, I mean, look at the names that they're up against. It is going to be a hard few matches, no matter which way it goes. But round number 4, here in the second semi-final between Goodnight and Team Infused. Wind them up! Let them go! On the halfway line. Evo waits for it. Gets it past Sebadam. Doomsy. Blue half a lot. Sebadam clears it again. Bluey. Who does he find? Sebadam gets a touch. So does Devo. Bluey again. Oh, good effort. That didn't come off, unfortunately. A lot and Doomsy collide. Sebadam. Back in the blue half. They don't follow it, though. Bluey. Decent shot, but slightly too wide. Sebadam tries to get it through all 3 of them, but a lot put pay to that. Doomsy's come up now. Devo. Lovely passing play, but finds Sebadam. A lot. Intercepts it. Bluey hesitated that a little bit too long. Doomsy's bailed out of that challenge, but that's now bundled away. Bluey. So finds it. Oh, what a lovely 1-2. Oh.
I was pressing the buttons following that ball. I really wanted him to get that just because it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, both teams. It would have looked great. I'm sad.
We've seen almost an identical play twice in a row. Oh! By the Goodnight team, just pinging it up to someone off the wall and sending it straight back down, but has yet to yield anything this time. Sebadam! Oh, what a clear by a lot.
Yeah, gently too. That allows this pressure to stay upfield from Infused. It's just, I was about to say envious. Can Goodnight get the ball all the way down the field again? Low boost, and that'll do it.
As the defenders were duped out of that position, Sebadam carries it up the wall. Gets a lot and Remco away. Deemsy, thank you very much. I'll send that home.
Yeah, Remco caught pushing forward into that corner, thinking, yeah, he's going to get this clear. All of a sudden, it's back over his head, and they have to go the other way, and I believe that was a lot coming out of the other corner on the back wall. The ball just too far away from him. So a little bit of overcommit. Teeny tiny one, but that's all it takes here at the top level.
Oh! Immediately answered!
Okay.
Orange couldn't, the Infused guys just could not recover it quite far enough. A lot. Perfect bounce off of Remco. And that is immediately answered for 1-1.
And you saw Bluey. He came off that back wall, tried to pick a spot to block it off, and he picked a pretty good one. Unfortunately, Remco angled that car just enough off to the right to push it just close enough towards the center of the net to get it right around his car. Great placement from Remco.
Doomsy pinches that one off a lot. No matter what sentence I say, it always sounds weird when it ends with a lot.
I know.
Bluey. Oh! No! Bluey saved it!
Oh, no. Feels so bad.
That is the narrowest goal in Rocket League right now. Well saved by Bluey then.
2-on-1.
Middle. Yeah. Oh, no one there for Goodnight. Well, a rare mistake then.
Yeah, Remco and Devo both caught on the complete opposite end of the field. A lot chooses the aggressive defensive option. He has 2 choices right there, because as he's shadowing that ball back towards his own side, he can either let them try and roll it around or pass it inwards. He says, you know what, I'm going to go big or go home. Went for the pinch off the corner, and it went right out in front of his net instead of back down the field.
That's a tough call to make in the heat at the moment.
Yeah.
Because, these players all have 3 or 4 or 5 different ways of playing the same thing. As Bluey sends that one down. Oh, mid-air demo, Doomsy on a lot. And it's knowing what your opponent is going to do, not what they're capable of doing. Oh, Bluey gets that one down, but move that one away. Remco got that one away, sorry. Lot.
He back.
Orange half. Doomsy. Lot. Lebedam. Someone on the blue half. Still going.
Oh, no, it counts.
No one there.
It counts. Remco missed the boost in the corner. We were on his camera, and you could see the wheels turning in his head as he missed it. He goes, do I get the boost? Do I get the ball? Do I get the ball? Oh, I chose wrong.
So when you got two different pieces of cheese, he went for the wrong one.
Indeed.
Away we go. The orange half. Bluey. Oh, he went up for it, but he saw a lot was going for it as well and chose to bail out of it. Lebedam, just into the corner. Doomsy's there. Devo. Doomsy with the backup. Oh, Remco with a shot! Well saved by Bluey. Devo's gone up for it.
Ooh.
Tried to get that away, but was defeated in the air. Remco puts it in the middle. A lot! Bluey!
Man. It's a great attempt
Well
from Remco.
recovered.
Yeah, coming out of the corner, but definitely great positioning on defense as well. And still, Team Infused, they're bringing this one all the way back. At this scoreline, with how little pressure overall Goodnight has been able to really produce, they actually have 5 shots from Remco, believe it or not. I'm pretty sure that's where most of his points come from. No, Private Games, what shots?
Oh!
Wow.
What a play in the air by this young boy again.
One. Oh, ceiling, goodbye.
Oh,
Ooh.
what?
Spicy. Bluey, I know you took Avid Air Dribble out of your Twitter bio, but perhaps you can consider putting Avid
Boogie
Ceiling Shot
back.
Enthusiast on there.
Just, you couldn't write it. You would have to see it. If you said that someone jumped off the ceiling and then flipped and scored with the back of their car, you're like, nah, man.
Nah.
That is, nah.
Casually, too.
Oh,
Made it look so
Sebadam, what are
easy.
you doing? Oh, blimey, that was a... There. Oh, Bluey
There's the
again.
pass, that'll do it.
Yeah. That was going all kinds of wrong when Sebadam was sending that towards his own goal, but capitalized by Goodnight, but they still got a man to decline to tie this one off.
Yeah, just a little bit of a double commit on defense. If they would have got a pinch, I would almost put money on it goes straight down to the other field and into the Goodnight net, but double commit costs them there. They leave the net wide open. It's 2-4, but 25 seconds left. Tough to say that Goodnight's going to be able to make much of that.
Demo on Sebadam. Sebadam's got that one. Remco. A lot. Oh, Doomsy with a save. Off the wall. Doomsy steals the deal for Team Infused. We are going to game number 5.
What a great challenge as well on the corner. I mean, he had that one all the way, and then out of nowhere, it just sees a car coming out the side of his screen and says, oh, just tap the brakes just a little teeny tiny bit, delay the challenge, get it right through him, and say, thank you very much, I'll take my 3-goal lead and strut into game 5 with a jaunty tilt to my cap.
And that is a lot. Is just like, yeah, I
can
can't
have
be
it.
bothered to touch that. Yeah, you earned that, boys. That is, oh man, tied up going into game number 5 in the
Okay.
second semi-final.
All right. Well, flip a coin. Kodiak, what do you think? Infused overall, they've put up brilliant pressure. Remco, surprisingly low shooting percentage. 1 for 7, very unlike him. Used to seeing shot after shot find the back of the net from that guy. Just not the case here. And still, the pressure's looking good. It's well spread out from Team Infused as well. They've got a 5-3-4 shot spread between all of them. Bluey, Sebadam, Doomsy in that order. So, I mean, they keep the rotations fairly tight. And Devo's actually spending a fair bit of time in the backfield for Goodnight, which is odd. He's such an offensive force for them. So, I guess it depends if a lot. He's really the X factor here for Goodnight. Does a lot play well? Then Goodnight probably wins.
I'm sticking with this train. I got on it at the start. I am staying with it to the end.
You've battled to get here.
Wind them up and let them go. Remco with the first touch then. A lot. Puts that into the orange half. Sebadam off the backboard. Oh, Devo chose not to go for that one. Remco did. The orange half. Sebadam. Tried to get that one past Sebadam. Sebadam tries to get past Sebadam. That was
No
not
way.
the centers I was aiming for. Never mind. Bluey gets it. A lot. Oh, tries to Duke out Sebadam, but not quite. Devo. Oh, Doomsy just managed to get that away. Still dangerous for Infused. It's going to be off the backboard. Bluey goes up for it. Oh, tries to control it. Double commit there from Infused. That could be costly. Sebadam's recovered that one. Lot of pressure then by Goodnight, trying to get that early momentum as Infused did in the last
went for
couple
the
of
bump.
games. What a save by Doomsy. Bluey gets that one into the blue half.
What a save by Doomsy is right. Everybody and his teammate can throw out the what a save. Thank you very much. Remco, great heads-up play. Said, I'm going to hit the goalie. All you got to do is put it into the left side. And full stretch, dive off the back wall. Great save.
Now, Devo's waiting for that to come down. Doomsy. Remco. Sebadam. Devo sends that one to the orange half. Bluey chases it. Gets it away. Dewey. God, I said it again.
You can do it,
Oh.
I believe.
Sebadam. Return to the blue half. Remco. Finds a lot. Oh, this could be an opportunity, but Sebadam gets that one away. Devo and a lot, both with it. Bluey gets it to the wall. Lots the wrong side of it. Sebadam finds Remco. Thunderous shot from Remco, but he finds Bluey. Oh, that was probably not the bounce Bluey wanted. Devo sends it down. What a save by Sebadam.
Yeah, Devo probably wanted to keep that a little bit higher than the net. Got just a little bit too far above the ball. Tried to get the air roll to help it out a little bit, but just angled too low, and it was a quick reaction, but solid save. But nothing out of the realm of possibility for any of these guys. But we have seen a big shift in pressure here in game number 5. Goodnight really been controlling the pace on the offensive side of things. Not really able to set up a super strong goal-scoring opportunity, apart from the one about a minute earlier where Doomsy had his fair share of objections to that one. But overall, it's a good sign here for Goodnight if they're able to keep it on the other side so much.
The defensive rotation from Infuse has been pretty solid so far. Oh, again, well played by Doomsy. Well read. Devo's, however, got it past him and Bluey. Ooh, lots of hesitancy there. Bluey gets it away, though. Remco makes it dangerous again for Infuse. Doomsy gets that off the back wall. A lot sent it down, and that's a double commit then by Infuse. Again, they're panicking a little bit at this point, but just need to calm it down, regain the composure and momentum. Remco finds Bluey, though. And yet
What
again, we
boost
saw a
control.
double commit there. Sorry, Chief, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just amazed. Bluey jumped from so far away, able to stay right with that ball. Good scoring chance here, though.
Well, it's gone down, but can't quite find his target, Doomsy. Devo gets it in the air. Can he dribble it? Sebadam, well read. Remco, again well read by Bluey. A lot.
Oh,
And a
and they
mistouch
scored?
there. Oh, yes, he does, and that's won by Doomsy.
My goodness, I would like to save this replay and go all the way back to whoever made that save on that shot. Devo, as he was coming out of the net, bumped the goalie out of the way again, and another team-infused member, just a miracle save coming off the back wall from so far away to keep the net clean for them. And it results in a fast break down the other way. A lot caught off guard by them making the save, and that might be all they need to take this one.
Lot finds Sebadam. Halfway line. Sebadam's gone up for it. He's missed it. Devo's not gone for it. Remco finds Bluey. A lot. Gives that one live for good night. Oh, Sebadam and Doomsy again go for that one. Remco. Oh, that's dangerous. Well played there by Doomsy to keep it out. Still dangerous though. And that was Sebadam this time with the save. Bluey sent it the wrong way. Find Doomsy though. Devo.
Hops a demo.
I see you coming. Doing. Nope. Bluey. Oh, tries to get one past a lot. He's read that one. That's going to be dangerous.
We
Sebadam.
clear. He got bumped. Devo got bumped in the corner. Oh my goodness.
And Remco's going to find that one 30 seconds to go. Doomsy with a shot, but Remco again. Sebadam off the wall. Tries to get it down, but a lot this time clears it away. Doomsy puts it to the wall. A lot missed it. Devo though with the backup. A lot gets it past Sebadam. Bluey's in the goal. And that's cleared away by Doomsy. 10 seconds remaining. Last chance, heroes. Doomsy.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness me. The woodwork again getting in the way.
Last
Devo.
chance. That's
And
it.
that is the ground. Team Infuse takes this second semi-final.
All right, I bow down, Mr. Kodiak. You are correct. Good night. Just not able to get those goals here in game number 5. They had a couple really great opportunities, and hats off to Team Infuse. That was a well-deserved victory. You put up such a great showing early on in the series, a lot of solid pressure. Unfortunately, the games just slipped away from you at the end, and I mean, they went 3 games in a row. It took down Remco and Devo, 2 world champions, a lot. Performed well, just not quite up to the snuff here of Doomsy, Sebadon, Bluey. They'll go on to take Gale Force Esports in the grand finals, and miracle defense in game number 5. That's my my keys to victory there for
You
them.
are hanging on to that one.
They earned it. I mean, they've made some absolutely
yeah.
sick saves. You can take that one to the bank.
Oh, too true. And the recovery, again, the defensive rotation was a little bit scrappy from Infuse. Sometimes we saw a lot of double commits, particularly in the net, but it happened to work. Just Goodnight just couldn't quite push through it at that vital moment. He was more luck than judgment that got the clears away. But yeah, the goals just fell the way they did in the end. I think it's just there was a lot of panic play there by Infuse, so they got to calm that down a bit. But yeah, they managed to pull this one out of the bag.
Well, as we wind up the semifinals, we prepare ourselves for the best of 7 grand finals. Kodiak, I'd like to thank you for joining me in the booth, but Stax is going to be coming back for the grand finals, and when we come back, it's going to be Turbo Pulsar going up his previous 2 teammates in... Oh wait, no, they lost. Never mind, it will not. I take it all back. Turbo Pulsar gets to play against Team Infused Doomsy, Sebadon, Bluey, but grand finals coming up on Rocket League Central. You're watching the Gfinity EU Friday 3v3. Okay.
Hi. It's good to be back, having a good time. We really enjoyed having Jar of Jam and King-Kodiak joining us here on the Gfinity broadcast. It really felt very much like a, let me say the correct sport here. It really felt like a football match. Listening to King-Kodiak and Jar of Jam, and of course King working with you as well. So
yeah, I mean,
a lot of
it
fun.
was great to have those guys out here. They're a lot of fun to work with. Definitely looking forward to working with them more. But we've got more pressing things to talk about. It's Grand Final Stacks, 250 British pounds on the line. And you know what? I saw Shogun in the chat. I do believe I do have to tell him. For those of you who don't know, my headphones have broke. They are being held together by pure physics and pressure to my head. So I will have to get a new set of headphones. So Shogun, I bow down to your superior headphone construction. Now let's get into this grand final. Gareforce Esports versus Team Infused. K-Dop, Turbo Pulse of Violent Panda, Doomsy, Sebadon, Bluey. Do you think the defense holds versus those three guys over on the blue team stacks?
I don't think it does. I think that as impressive as Team Infused looked, and look, they've won, basically, they've gone on 3-game win streaks in the last 2 rounds. They had to, they swept their way through their quarterfinal match. They had to reverse sweep in the semifinals. They have not gone up against a team quite like K-Dop, Turbo Pulse, and Violent Panda. Now, the only thing that Galeforce has going against them, I guess there are 2, that they haven't played in the last few minutes or so. They had to wait for that 5-game series, but also they're still not quite an established team like Team Infused is, but it really doesn't matter because what Team Infused has going against them is Violent Panda.
Oh my goodness. What a great touch from K-Dop as well, just out of reach off the back wall, and they didn't waste any time going up in this grand finals. We're 7 seconds in, they're like, yo, wake up.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's Doomsy going to try to get it started for Team Infused. And Turbo Pulsa is going to send one away. He'll find K-Dop. And give this Galeforce team credit. Again, they haven't been a team for very long, but they were second in Sweden, and Turbo Pulsa's got another one.
And Turbo Pulsa, boy, did he show up big in the RLCS as well. I mean, everyone's like, yeah, Turbo Pulsa tends to play a bit more defensive with Remco and Devo, and then he went off on offense for a little bit, so he's definitely still got it here.
And only 22 seconds gone by here in Game 1. Blue is going to try to start it again, but it's just like one of those clown punching bags. You hit it, and it's coming right back, right at your face. K-Dop, he will not get this over Sebadon, but it doesn't matter. It's still possession for Galeforce. It's Bluey lobbing one in. Violent Panda's just going to pin that up against the back wall. And even while Galeforce are struggling, they still don't really give up a quality opportunity. That shot was right at K-Dop. And again, they keep Team Infused off the scoreboard. Bluey trying to get creative. That doesn't work either, and now they have a double commit defensively. We saw that quite a bit of Chiefs in that semifinal match. They weren't punished as often by the 2/3 of Envious, but man, they are getting punished by Galeforce, at least early on in Game 1.
For sure. The defense looking pretty solid for Team Infused, able to make a really couple of great saves. Are you kidding me, Violent Panda, with that challenge? But here in the Grand Finals, it's a whole different ball game. The defense so much more important. Placement to the left. Are you kidding me, Turbo Pulsa, please?
Turbo Pulse, again, you know, he really was the super sub of the RLCS, and it's great to see him getting run as a starter now. Everybody kind of knew that he could, even all throughout Season 3. But boy, just that one weekend in LA just increased his stock tenfold. And here he is with Galeforce, really leading the way here in Game 1. It's going to be Sebadon winning out on this challenge. And then Turbo Pulse, he didn't get the ball, but he just knocked Bluey out of the way. And that was good enough. Sebadon will try to clear. He can't. Violent Panda will drop one down for K-Dop. That's going to be wide. And Bluey will at least attempt to clear. Usually sure-handed dribbling out of the zone, but again, you're up against a completely different beast here in Galeforce. That's a big whiff, though. It's going to give Team Infused a chance, but a very slim one as K-Dop will carry this out.
Yeah, very slim chance indeed, and the only reason it was slim, Doomsy pushing up the side of the field, had no boost to work with. He said, oh, I have an opportunity and I don't have the resources to make use of it. Tough break for those guys.
Turbo Pulsa scoring from every angle. He almost did there as well. Already a pair of goals here in Game 1. Remember, this is a best of 7, so Team Infused, while they took their sweet time kind of getting everything figured out against Good Night, they have even more time now. But again, winning consecutive games against Gale Force, the way they're playing, at least in this tournament, again, they haven't dropped a game. They are on fire. K-Dop, big drive. It's 4-0.
On fire is the right way to put it. Didn't even really put too much beyond this except get the nose on it, and it got 104. Turbo Pulsa doing his fair share as well, saying, yeah, I know I don't get any credit for this one, but I should. He did a great job bullying the defender out of the net, made it a very difficult play, and gave K-Dop just enough space to find the net.
And when we looked at the list of teams, you thought, okay, you know, Envious is kind of represented in this, and of course, them and Team Infuse are the two major teams in this bracket that are all part of the Gfinity Elite Series. We didn't expect there would be Infused. That was the last one standing, but here they are against Gale Force. They are struggling early. That one should have gone in from K-Dop. Would have been his second. Instead, it just bounces bar down and away. It stays in the zone, though, and Team Infused are having a hell of a time trying to clear this. Sebadam finally does. He'll find Doomsy, but that's right at Violent Panda. And that's kind of the luxury of this Gale Force team. They don't need to press forward, but Bluey just challenges Turbo, and he couldn't answer.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this one got through. He definitely saw it coming. Oh, he just went too far back in the net. Turbo Pulsa maybe a little bit too focused on the shot coming out of the midfield, and that's my only reasoning. I don't know how else that one got by him, just too far back.
90 seconds remain. The door is open, at least a crack for Team Infused. Again, they need 3 goals against, well, the best team in the tournament so far. Sebadam going to wait for this. Time is not on their side. Doomsy going to climb the ladder. He does get that in the direction of Sebadam, but just off the mark. Sebadam was expecting it low. The pass came in high. Down to 1:05 now as Violent Panda against Sebadam. It's Sebadam that comes out on top, but again, they're not able to move downfield, so, you know, it's a small victory. It's not really much of a victory. Is Turbo Pulsa going to get one here? It's just wasting time for this Gale Force squad. Violent Panda's going to lob another one in, and certainly one more would erase any and all doubts as Turbo banks another one in. He's looking for K-Dop. They'll find him. Pass out to Violent Panda is going to be blocked away. And Bluey can just clear this, but too much time has been spent on that side of the field. That's off the post. K-Dop blocks another follow-up from Doomsy. And any chances Team Infused might have had to at least try and come back in this game, they are gone now.
And, oh, no. Oh, K-Dop actually almost found the redirect off that back wall, but yeah, time's certainly not on their side. 8 seconds, 3 goals to make up. There's no way it's going to happen. Game 1, firmly over to Gale Force Esports. And the only thing that needs to be said is boost control and positioning. I mean, they did that to a T in this game. They didn't even really do too much beyond that. They just let Infuse take themselves out of the play with the rushed defense, and it really cost them here.
It did, and Gale Force now, they are one step closer to taking the big first place prize here in this Friday showcase. And for Turbo Pulsa and company, it's got to feel real good to have these strong results coming right out of the gates. Again, they go over to Sweden, have a strong performance, and now up against Team Infused here in these grand finals. Can't ask for a much better start for Gale Force.
Certainly not. I mean, you look at that shot spread. 5 for Turbo Pulsa, 4 for Violent Panda, only 2 for K-Dop. And when K-Dop is the one not firing shots at the back of the net and they're still having that much success, it's a heck of a day on offense for the Gale Force guys. They will certainly be a team to keep an eye on.
The Gale Force team wondering why they're just GFE and the in-game scoreboard. Look,
it's
Gale
too
Force
long, man.
ESPO is probably not what you want to be called, so GFE it is. Hey, we could change it to Gale Force, but I was told no, so alas.
Wait, by who? By who?
Oh, somebody. I think it might have been one of our newbies on the Gfinity cast. Like, they're always GFE. No, they're not.
I put GFE.
Right. Well, hey, how often do I make lobbies? Carry Taz's bot usually does it. We're underway in Game 2 as K-Dop has to retreat to his own back line and try to clear this away for Gale Force Esports, GFE, whatever you want to call them. They're up 1-0 in this grand final. That's a pretty good title by itself, as that's cleared away, and Bluey's going to try to time this up. He does, but so does Violent Panda. That's going to go right to Sebadom, though. Downfield is Doomsy, can't get in the way of K-Dop, and danger is averted, at least for now.
Ooh, this is going to be beautiful. Oh, Violent Panda, too much speed pushing forward. They had all the setup going, and who cares? They're able to recover off of a botched passing play, and they still find the back of the net.
Yeah, K-Dop, again, right place, right time, pretty much always, and all 3 of these players on Gale Force, really all 6 of these players, let's be honest, they can score from every known angle, and even some that we're not aware of. It's just, that's the way it is with these 6 players, and they are showing it right now. K-Dop with a beautiful shot to give his team the lead, and they're looking for more already. This is what happened in Game 1. They scored 2 quick goals. They almost did again. That's still dangerous. Violent Panda's going to score that. Good creativity flying in, and it's 2-0.
And he jumped from a long ways away. K-Dop, a great challenge out of the midfield. Got a second touch as well to throw that back in. Sometimes it works out in your favor, and Violent Panda says, yeah, no problem, I can get that. Just beats the defender to that ball, and it's quickly, again, on the verge of getting out of hand. This is about the same time when Violent Panda, Turbo, and K-Dop just gave nothing to Infused.
Violent Panda drops one off to the corner, and Turbo Pulsa is going to finish it off. And now it's Sebadom. He's beaten by Violent Panda, and that could be a theme here. Actually, Panda took out Sebadom. Now it's Turbo Pulsa off the ceiling. Nobody's there, as they have to just play that off the side and stall for time. Boy, Turbo Pulsa had to race back. Team Infused almost had a shot on an empty net. Would have been a quick counterattack. Now Turbo looking for a 3-0 lead. They're going to get it after a great pass to K-Dop.
Great pass to K-Dop is the right way to put it. Turbo Pulsa stays right with this ball gently, doesn't want to do too much, just flicks it out high. Sebadom actually had a great read on that ball. He was online, just the height, a little bit misjudged. Great read on defense, unfortunately still not enough.
It's not fair, right? When you
It
look
really
at
isn't.
these 3 players teamed up together. Whew. I mean, hey, look, Flipside is obviously a team and all that. And, you know, Envious, they're still together. This is looking pretty good if they stay together going into Season 4 of the RLCS as this rolls around. Granted, it is way too early, but good grief, this is how they play now, this early on. Here's a pass over to the corner and finds Bluey. Now Sebadom, he'll go for it himself, and Turbo Pulsa sends that away to the corner. Now Violent Panda's going to rotate back as Turbo sends one down to the corner. Just hit it where they ain't at this point. Kill a little more time. And it's all about possession for Gale Force Esports, leading the series 1-0. Leading Game 2 by a wide margin. Maybe Team Infused can try to cut into that. It's an open net. Finally, Doomsy will score.
Finally, Doomsday will score is right. Bluey also doing a little bit, but a great setup overall by Sebadom, and finally, double commit on defense from Gale Force Esports. Had to get the name under my tongue, but that's all it really takes. That's what you see a lot of the time in the 3v3 arena. How do you score? Mostly, great passing is your first option. Second option is the mistake.
That's a big mistake from Team Infused. They don't pay the price for it just yet. And a big deflection from Doomsy as well. Violent Panda had the angle. I don't think Sebadom was going to be able to recover. Turbo Pulsa pops this up, and K-Dop's just got to wait as he is kind of downfield cherry picking for Gale Force. Violent Panda's down there too, and K-Dop is denied. You can't stop the K-Dop. Well, they just did. Now Turbo Pulsa trying to get past Doomsy and Bluey. They will eventually with a little help from Violent Panda. And Seb's just going to send this across. They've got time to Team Infused. They've got a minute and a half to go. This is a golden opportunity as everybody misses. And it's gone by the wayside. They're certainly not out of this game and certainly not out of this series either as Bluey tries to keep possession. He will not. They need a big clear here.
Yeah, they actually get a chance at one. Sebadom with a huge clutch dodge of the demo in the net. K-Dop trying to wreak a little havoc in the backfield.
Turbo racing for this, so is Bluey. Loose ball taken
fake.
by Sebadom. Oh, he faked out too!
Woo! Oh,
Panda.
no!
Far down, and it's still out. K-Dop not needed to make a save as the shot is high. What a brilliant dribble in, and he just couldn't finish. Here's Sebadom again. That's going to be blocked. Bluey coming in. That's blocked as well. Violent Panda working overtime defensively. And remember, he was the last one remaining after... Actually, no, he was not. After the double juke there. As Bluey tries to get one, that's wide. And again, Team Infused are denied.
And your heart has to go out for Sebadom. I mean, the guy works so hard all the time, being a huge defensive rock for pretty much any roster he plays on. You don't really get to see often his offensive prowess come to show, and unfortunately, when he has the 1v3 in his hands, bar and out. I feel for you, my friend. I really do.
Down to 15 seconds. If they're going to have a chance at maybe a kickoff goal to tie things, they need to get a big clear and get downfield in a hurry. 7 seconds as Sebadom tries to clear. He whiffs. Doomsy to play it further. They're not going to get downfield in time. They're not going to get downfield at all. Gale Force are halfway home.
Man. I mean, at least the game is a little bit closer. The gap slowly starting to close between the two guys. Stacks, I can't show everyone our beautiful faces when your camera's out, but again, really great offensive spread from Gale Force Esports. Plenty of shots, just not quite the same level of productivity out of the Team Infused guys, and that's just the consistency factor. I mean, I would certainly say Gale Force Esports hold the mechanical ability edge as well as the consistency, and that is really all that needs to be said about why I think they're going to win this series. That's how it's been for games 1 and 2. They've been very consistent with their touches. They've got the clears they've needed to. They haven't been double committing on defense that often. And I mean, it's carried them to a 2-0 victory.
I think the players have just noticed the change on the scoreboard here as we're underway.
Did you
Gale
change
Force Espor with a 2-0 series lead in this best-of-7 grand final. And now for Team Infused, the challenge is get one. The problem is that's the wrong goal for Doomsy. It goes off him and in.
So what? It was 7 seconds in game 1. This one is 6 seconds. And K-Dub finds the back of the net. A lot of kickoff success early on in the match. They've been able to generate plenty of early game pressure, and Team Infused all day long, they've been the ones generating the early game pressure.
So now Sebadom off the back wall, not able to get that cleared. Violent Panda deflects this out to midfield. K-Dop back to Panda, and it's going to be wide. Well, Sebadom just sitting in the net, just watching that whole play develop like, please miss, because that's the only hope he had. Doomsy to Sebadom. Bluey is not going to be up there. Would have been a very aggressive play if he was. It doesn't pan out for Team Infused, and now they go back on the back foot. Big clear from Bluey, and he swats that away as well. Right place, right time. We say that all the time, it seems, with Bluey.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a workhorse. He can get it done on all sides of the ball, and right now he's got a chance to run some interference. Cuts 1-2, not good enough. Violent Panda keeps the line clean.
First minute about to go by with Gale Force Esports leading again. They have not trailed in this grand final. Sebadom looking to drop one in here. That's kind of K-Dop's play, and he's able to defend it, obviously. Panda and Pulsa both battling for this ball. They're teammates, unfortunately. They're still able to get downfield. Sebadom finds K-Dop. That was a little scary for Team Infused, but they avoid danger, at least for now. Panda couldn't cut that angle. And it's Turbo Pulsa. Thought he had more time than he did. Can Team Infused get downfield quick enough? No, they can't. Everybody racing back as one unit, and they make the clear.
We're about almost to the halfway mark. Still got about a minute before that point, but Team Infused at least able to get things out onto that blue side of the field, but still, the defense is where it's really falling apart for them. The boost control over on the orange side of the pitch from Gale Force is so powerful. It's making it very difficult for them to clear the ball.
Sebadom gets this out right at K-Dop, and that's really the problem. As Infused try to clear this ball downfield, they're met right at the center line. Tough to get even shots, let alone goals against this Gale Force team. Coming up on halftime, it's going to be Panda. He's got K-Dop downfield. Boy, we've seen this before. Not from these two particularly, but anytime K-Dop's in the air and the ball's coming towards him, you've got to watch out. Pulsa leaves that for Violent Panda. K-Dop hanging in the air as long as he can, and it's Violent Panda that gets the shot instead. Well done by Bluey to make the stop. Already his third right at the halfway mark. Pass out to Sebadom, and again, just a little bit off target with those passes.
Yeah, the patience, though, from Bluey in the net, admirable. It's really tough to say, I'm going to hold my ground and let them shoot this ball at me. A lot of the times it doesn't work out, but sometimes it does. Bluey gets away with one here, and still very much in favor of Gale Force Esports. The pressure's still mounting, but they're definitely not out of this one yet. They've got a ton of time to just find the back of the net once.
Doomsy gonna pop this up, and already Turbo Pulse is there. That shot's gonna be blocked by Bluey. What else is new? He's got 4 of their 6 saves. Meanwhile, Gale Force Esports, they only have 1 save, because the only shot has come in from Sebadom. No shot there as Doomsy will try to center again. That's sent away by Turbo. And now downfield it goes from Violent Panda. That's blocked by Bluey. 90 seconds left here in Game 3. It has been all Gale Force in this series, but really this has been by far the closest game. There was a goal 6 seconds in. It was really an own goal off of Doomsy. That one's blocked. Can Team Infuse get downfield? Can they level this game?
Can you hit him?
They're going to try here, and K-Dop makes another stop.
And Bluey was right behind him. If Bluey got just a touch of K-Dop right there, I have no doubt we'd be locked at 1s right now.
Well, Bluey makes a stop here. Sebadom runs into him, though. It's trouble for Infused, and they avoid even further danger. Here's Bluey trying to cut the shot on Violent Panda. Doomsy was crashing as well. They kind of do need to sell out on offense here to avoid going down 3-0. At least not without a fight. This is going to go off the corner from Violent Panda, and Bluey comes up empty. Real fortunate not to be taken completely out of the play. What an intercept by Pulsa. That doesn't go. Neither does the follow-up from K-Dop. Here's Violent Panda. That's off the bar. Shots coming in left, right, and center. Still nothing in the net. It's still only 1-0. But Team Infused are walking a high wire act right now defensively as Bluey tries to clear. That's going to be right at Turbo Pulsa. Bluey puts on the brakes. Can he center? It's not a great one. Sebadom able to win one challenge, but not another. And now it's about killing time with 5 seconds left. Team Infused need to go the length of the field. They need to get this ball up first, and they can't. Gale Force Esports are 1 win away from a clean sweep.
Yeah, clean sweep. Not for this. Tournament-wide. I mean, we've seen it. Well, we've seen it more than a few times, for sure. It's not like throwing a perfect game in baseball. But it's still pretty difficult to do. Gale Force Esports have been on a tear throughout this entire bracket, but Team Infused, every single game, the gap, smaller and smaller and smaller. So
yes,
if they win one, it's this next one. It has to be this next one, or they're just done. 250
that is
British
true.
pounds.
Yeah, we can't have a scoreless draw in overtime. So
not with that attitude stacked. No, no, you're right. You're definitely right. But Bluey, a heck of a performance. They were literally pixels away from getting this one all tied up and taking it into overtime. But Gale Force Esport, I'm gonna say that because they demanded it.
Sebadom, wow, Sebadom, Captain Obvious, and I'm sure you can't see the in-game chat, but he has reminded everybody that he thinks it is meant to say esports. That's very clever from Sebadom. I always knew Sebadom was kind of the brains of Team Infused anyways. So here we go. Game 4, about to get underway. They're going to need his brains and probably a minor miracle to bring this all the way back against Gale Force Esports, but they are going to try nonetheless. Game 4 is underway, and it's going to be Sebadom up top and using his brains for that sweet play. Actually, that was Bluey coming in off the ceiling. Didn't work out, and K-Dop's going to send this away, and already they have an early shot against Gale Force, which is more than we can say for any other game so far.
Yeah, I mean, for once, Team Infused find themselves in familiar territory. They had a lot of early game success in their semifinal matchup versus Good Night. Game 4 starting off in the same vein as well.
Another one logged in. There's Turbo Pulsa, and forget all of that about hope and faith. Another early goal.
And there's no boost in that corner. You saw Bluey drive out to that corner boost like, please spawn. And it just didn't. And if it had, he makes that save. Gamble? No.
It did not pay off, and now Team Infused, they find themselves behind the 8 ball once again. Again, I think they have been even, let's see, when have they not been trailing in this series? Has it been maybe a total of...
Kickoff.
Maybe a minute?
Kickoff at the beginning.
Right? I mean, I think total time in these 4 games, they have not been trailing behind Gale Force Esports for a grand total of a minute.
Yeah,
that is how
right.
dominant it has been for Gale Force Esports as Violent Panda plays one across. Turbo's going to wait for this. Big clear downfield on an open net in between the lines. Gale Force are running away in the finals.
Yep. Doomsy gets a touch to keep it on the right side, but the big missed touch right there from, I believe, was it Bluey? It was indeed, and he stood and watched. He knew it all came down to him. And what can you do? Sometimes it doesn't work out. So, any consolation to being down 3-0 in a series and 2-0 in tournament point, you've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds to make up for it.
It's a small silver lining, but right now they'll hold on to anything they can. Bluey getting a shot off. It was an open net, and he missed the angle. Follow-up from Doomsy was on target, but that's saved as well. Another follow-up from Sebadom goes wide. That has been the story for Team Infused. The few opportunities they've had, they have not been particularly accurate, and then when they do get a shot on it, it's blocked anyways. Doomsy and Bluey, 2-on-1 against K-Dop. That doesn't work out either. Everything's coming up Gale Force Esports here in the finals.
Yeah, there's not much else to say. But can we talk about that brilliant save that Sebadom just had in front of his net like 15 seconds ago? That was sick. And that was sick. What? Bluey, hello? Welcome back to the party.
This is exactly what they needed. Bluey, he's been kind of laying dormant in this whole series, finally able to beat K-Dop. And now a chance for Team Infused. Again, they still need another to at least tie this game. But they have something to build on here in Game 4. They'll take it right now. Bluey kisses the ceiling with that ball, and it's going to be K-Dop taking his time. Almost looked like they were trying to get that carom off of Violent Panda. It just didn't go downfield like they hoped it would. Now it's going to be Doomsy. He gets by one, but right there is K-Dop. Again, very aggressive defensively. And he's been around the block a few times in competitive tournaments. He knows what to expect.
Just a few.
Going to be Turbo Paul said. That deflection off of K-Dop almost went in. And another case where Sebadom just watching it like, oh my goodness, how?
I mean, Sebadom's been a rock on defense. He has had his fair share of opportunities on both sides of the ball. In this game alone, he had one chance. Bluey got that pass out of the corner, aired on the side of caution, started rotating back, and realized nobody was going to be there. I mean, he's been brilliant on defense. Unfortunately, on the offensive side of things, Sebadom has just not got the long end of the stick.
It's going to be Sebadom downfield here, all by himself. Now he's got to give way to Doomsy, and the shot goes wide. Now Violent Panda, he'll put one right at the center line, but that's going to be intercepted, and Doomsy missed again. And Doomsy right now just can't get out of his own way. He had that ball go in off of him last game, and that was the only goal scored in Game 3. As that shot goes wide, everybody misses on the rebound. K-Dop won't miss this time, but the shot is wide. And back downfield it goes for Turbo.
Ooh, that's a nice delay from Turbo. That was brilliant. He saw Sebadom saying, come on, try and clear this ball. I'm right there for it. And he said, no, you come try and take it from me.
Another one in from Sebadom. He's really trying to take this game over. Great deflection leaves K-Dop in an awkward spot. But again, nobody crashing the net for Team Infused. Down a goal. Down to 60 seconds. It's Doomsy to center again. That gets through everyone, but K-Dop is right there. And he'll get the demo on Sebadom. That really has been the key, hasn't it? Just take out Sebadom any chance they get. And they've usually been able to put on a lot of pressure after that. Now Bluey. Gonna try to time this up just off the mark. And Sebadom needs another power clear. That goes off the ceiling. And that slows it down for K-Dop with 30 to go. Team Infused hanging on for dear life here. Trying to get one more goal to at least maybe force overtime. That's blocked by K-Dop. Sent away by Turbo. Now it's Bluey to try and keep this alive, and Violent Panda read him the whole way. Another shot downfield, and Seb stopped that too. Down to 11 seconds. Tournament life at stake right now for Team Infused. Needing to get downfield. Sebadom keeps us alive. Down to 2 seconds. This will stay up, but nobody has any boost to work with. Off the ceiling, Sebadom denied by K-Dop. No. Ball game over. Gale Force Esports sweep the finals, the semis, the quarters. They sweep the whole tournament. in their first Friday Gfinity.
And what a heck of a showing it was. I mean, you and I, for the longest time, Stacks, we have been seeing K-Dop be an absolutely dominating offensive force. He kind of just chilled out. Said, I'm going to play midfield. Let Turbo Pulse of Violent Panda go crush everything. And 7-Om, heck of a series. The guy played brilliant in the grand finals. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite generate all that was needed to get those ones into the back of the net. Bluey played well. Doomsy, a little bit short coming up here in game number 4. Only 75 points on the scoreboard. But, I mean, you got to credit that all to Galeforce Esports. The pressure out of the midfield, the boost control, the positioning, timing of the challenges. Almost perfect defensively. They had one or two mishaps on the back wall between them early on in the series, but Galeforce played some solid Rocket League, and it is a well-deserved tournament sweep for them.
Yeah, and for the rest of Europe now, of course, Galeforce making it official, I believe, today, that Turbo Pulsar has been formally added to the roster. That's what you got to contend with now. You see how they just dominated everybody in the bracket. The only time that I think they were outshot at all in this tournament was that last game. They were outshot 5-3. They still win 2-1. Just smothering defense, even though they gave up a few shots. Incredible performance from Turbo Pulsar, from K-Dop, from Violent Panda. And Galeforce Esports are a force to be reckoned with, at least according to the early returns here.
Yeah, and I don't think I really have much else to say beyond that. So we'll wind things out and give a big shout out to everyone who helped out with today's broadcast. Thank you very much, Jar of Jam and King-Kodiak, for coming in and joining Stacks and myself in the casting booth today. Thank you so much to the Gfinity admins working hard behind the scenes. We could not do these tournaments without them, and all of them getting all the players round up and held for us. And of course, thank you very much to the players letting us come in, delay your matches, cast some sweet Rocket League. We really enjoyed it, and thank you most of all to you guys, the viewers, coming in and hang out with us. We hope you enjoyed it, but that's going to wrap it up for us here. Galeforce Esports 4-0 tournament sweep for them, and they walk away with the lion's share of 250 British pounds. That's going to wind it up for the Gfinity Friday EU 3v3. Thank you very much for watching.
Rewards!